Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the YouTube Gaming Fall Guys Season 2 celebration. And by the way, I mean, I was just bopping to the music. I love the new season's music. I mean, I was just, you know, you could do a whole choreograph to that thing. And I think we might later, but right now we got some more important business to do. Fall Guys Season 2 is here. We're doing a community celebration on YouTube with all of its gaming creators coming together, playing some rounds of Fall Guys for UNICEF, and $100,000 being donated to them on behalf of the winner. And it's just going to be a great time. And they're also going to get these actually real crowns. We thought it would be a
real
funny
crowns.
joke.
Wearable. I'm so
we pretended
jealous.
they couldn't. It's so nice. And this is honestly going to be an amazing event today. And I just for introduction's sake, I'm Rain Day Gaming, if you guys know me on YouTube. And of course, we have the wonderful Charlana Zard, or Alana Pierce, as you probably know her better, co-hosting.
We're so excited we almost forgot to introduce ourselves.
Exactly.
There's a lot going on. Season 2, I love the medieval theme. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see what costumes everyone's rocking today, what kind of combos they got. Are we going to have dragons? That's the important stuff I want to know. That's
the important news, right? Are dragons involved? Because then I'll pay attention. Okay, I think that's for most of the world as well. If dragons are involved, I mean, look at Game of Thrones. You know, I mean, we all watched it. Come on, let's be honest here. There's so many good things going on today, and a lot of, you know, obviously the $100,000 that you can donate on behalf of UNICEF at a time like this, where there's just so many people and so many things in need that are struggling. They're trying to find their way due to the economy, the COVID, and life changing as it is. It's just awesome to be doing an event like this, and a big shout out to YouTube Gaming and the entire team, especially at Mediatonic and Devolver with Fall Guys for putting this together. This is really an amazing thing.
Feels good to do something good, and we have a very exciting group of people joining us today to make the competition get real crazy. So let's take a look at our teams.
Let's do it.
First up, some people you might be familiar with. You've got Courage and Basically I Do Work. Very excited to see what they bring. It's going to be spicy.
Team Earthquake.
Yes, they've all got official names that are very, very fun ones in there as well. Second up, we've got Delor and Run JD Run. But there's so many people here today. I don't know who I'm going with yet. I don't know who has my allegiance. Gonna see how it pans out. I don't even have a prediction for who's gonna win yet. Then we've got MMG and Troy Dan.
Yep, these are the Glizzy Gladiators. I love the name. You know what? And then we've got Typical Avery, and that's just typical gamer and Avery. They did the old couple thing, you know, Josh and Joanna. So Josh Anna, you know, trying to make the couple name.
Yeah, the celebrity couple name. Very cute still.
I like it. I like it.
And then we've got Abdullah Smash and Zach Scott Games here. They are Blue Lightning. That's a unique one. Wonder why. Is it because of the Blue Lightning?
Is it because of the Blue Lightning? We'll have to let's ask that as an interview question. And we got Jerome Ezip or EZP. I think it could be. It's log.zip and Jerome. They're going to be playing as well in the same lobby. We'll talk to you how the teams work and the lobbies work in just a second. But moving on to this next team, it's Ryu back. It's Ryu Car and Tag Back TV.
It's like an orc. I love it. So cool. Then we've got Creek Corrupt and Micro Guardian here. obviously also the other end of this lobby. Is that a princess? Is that a princess I'm seeing?
I like the horse. I didn't focus on the princess. I like the horse, and they're the imposters. So we'll have to see maybe a little Among Us reference there.
Yeah.
We've got 9 Pro Rico. It's Rico the Giant and Pro Hennis. And they're going to be one squad. What do you think about this? A lot of princess theme in the costumes here.
Currently scared of Rico's floating head. That was my take there. It was that terrifying. But yeah, we are seeing a lot of princesses. And I do have to strongly disagree with your take about horses. Anyone who plays as a horse is a joke.
Oh, so, wow. That's just a strong... I thought we weren't getting controversial today, Alana.
I can't help myself.
You can't help yourself. Horses. If you're a horse fan, you just lost the horse vote right now. On-site buddies.
Pigeons as well. Don't trust them.
Pigeons as well. Oh, man. She's throwing all the animals under the bus. Hey, Christine and Jazzy Guns. Shout out to them. Done a few events with them myself. Great creators. And so they're going to be in that lobby with Rico and Pro Hennis. And then we've got our 11th team, Raptor Wilson, which is Katie Wilson and Raptor playing against each other.
Another celebrity coupling name. Very nice stuff. And then here we've got BuzzFleet multiplayer or Kelsey and It's Funny teaming up as well. So it's a lot of good teams in here today. A lot of variety, a lot of very different content creators. People making very different stuff. I wonder how these skills are going to translate to Fall Guys.
Exactly. Does the Roblox Minecraft translate to Fall Guys? Is it the shooting games that translate? I have a feeling that that's not going to help too much in Fall Guys particularly. But I do think maybe the strategy of some of those games will actually tend to help them in the scoring and the points, Alana. And like we mentioned, there's all these different teams, but they are in lobbies against one another, even though they're paired up and they're earning points. So why don't you break down how the points are working for this tournament today?
Yeah, so let's go over the rules and the scoring. Basically, each team consists of 2 players, and teams will compete in 2 phases. Each team will play alongside another team in the same lobby, like you said, with individual points being added together for their team score. You can see it on screen here. It'll all be pretty simple when we actually run through it. You guys are going to pick it up pretty quick, but it's going to be competitive. It's going to get spicy. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is, to me, one of those interesting aspects of how these guys are going to have to strategize around what they're doing, because every round that you make it that your opponent doesn't, you obviously are taking more points from them, especially if you can win the game. So if you can somehow eliminate them or qualify before them, make sure they can't get round 2, 3, or 4 points, then you're going to be putting yourself in a great position to go and take a top 2 spot and put you into the finals. One of the things about winning is that if you do win, whenever the round for winning comes up, say certain people are eliminated earlier, the earlier that win round comes up, the more points it's worth, because every round qualifies you for points. So we want to basically incentivize people for winning and not somehow give them only 16 points if they've only been able to play 2 rounds, because they have done the ultimate goal, which is to grab a crown in Fall Guys. And so it's going to be great. Don't worry, it sounds like it's a lot. But we will definitely walk you through it. Another big note, Alana, is that we're going to play 6 games, but you're only going to take your best 5. So these creators can kind of have a, throwaway game, so to speak, and then only really use their top 5 in order to use that to see who gets top 2 and qualifies for the final.
All of my games are throwaway games, just putting it out there. So hopefully they have better luck than I do. But yeah, the top 2 teams will qualify for phase 2, which is essentially basically like our grand final here.
Yeah.
Very excited about that. And then, whoever has the most points at the end of those 2 games will be the overall winner. But yeah, we'll explain tiebreakers if we get to them, but I feel like it's probably unlikely. I think things are gonna become clear a little bit faster than the very end.
And honestly, we could sit here and give you tips on what not to do. I think Alana and I are pros at that in Fall Guys. Still searching for my first crown, to be honest. Love the game, but I think these guys, they know how to play it a little bit better than us. So while we tell you what not to do, let's go ahead, get into game as soon as we can. I think that's ready for us. And we can go ahead and see what they're doing to succeed. It seems like we're with Typical Gamer and Avery now, who
they're already on Fall Mountain.
Yeah, this is a strong start for them.
Ooh, I don't know that they're going to take anything here, though. Looks like probably no crowns in sight. Everybody's getting hit. It happens. Yeah, we've only got 1 player in. Yeah, you hate to see it.
Oh, and is it going to be Typical Gamer who grabs it, though? Oh, it looks like he got the crown. Typical Gamer and Avery get the win. So as they take their first game, they win their first game. That's insane.
We haven't even gotten a crown ever.
That is insane. I mean, it took them, what, like 3 minutes to do something we haven't been able to do in hours?
Oh my gosh. So we've got
Let's keep the
MMG over
focus.
here.
Yeah, away from us.
Yeah, about how bad we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh my God. Another crown.
Damn, I'm like, am I seeing this correctly?
Is doing
that's
a
nuts.
phenomenal
That's nuts.
job. It looks like Troy Dan got eliminated, but MMG got the win for the squad. So this is interesting, Alana, because obviously you're tallying both people's points. So Troy Dan has the maximum amount, MMG has the maximum amount of points. Troy Dan may have 2 or 3, but the fact is combined, they have a fantastic score. So that's already really good for them.
Now I love that Troy Dan didn't even spectate his friend. He just dropped out.
Yeah.
Just like, nah, you got it. So obviously we're on Seesaw here. This is the one that I am the worst at.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I think we got 2 qualifiers on our hands here, though. Jazzy Guns especially seems to be pretty far ahead. Ooh, there's a fall there for Christine. You hate to see it, but it's Seesaw. It happens, and it's the worst. But I think Jazzy Gun's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I think Jazzy's carrying the squad. I mean, she's got to just land this last pink, and I think she'll be able to do it here. The yellow looks to be twisting, but this is where it gets a little interesting.
Nope,
you got to
made a good call there. I think I would have screwed that up. Yeah, she's going to be top 10.
Yeah,
You'll
she's
love
doing
to
a great
see
job.
Yeah, Christine's obviously still just trying to get off this yellow that everyone's on. This is the thing. This is my thing about Season. She's pretty far back. She's pretty far back, but it could happen. It's a team game. You know, it might not feel like it is, but you got to work together. You got to work with other people. You got to pay attention to physics.
You do.
Sometimes people don't be doing that. That was a good jump there. Yeah, for anyone at home who doesn't know, generally you're better off if you jump and then fall rather than just jumping. Because if you just jump and land, you're more likely to slide off the seesaw. Just in case anyone didn't know that. It definitely helps out a lot. You got to hit the X on the controller. That's what I'm saying.
And, you know, all our advice, just take it with a grain of salt, of course, considering that we have not quite yet got a crown. But she is correct on that, though. The jump dive is very important. I just got to be careful when I start to give advice as well, because I'm like, you know, I really haven't done anything yet in this game. That's kind of the fun about Season 2 as well.
Be okay here?
I think she'll be all right. She's coming in close, but 32, and she's right in the pack. 34, 41 the time. And
love
she qualifies.
Team of qualifiers. You love to see it. Yeah,
they're in the next round. This will be kind of important for them, Alana, because we've had already 2 or 3 teams find wins, and so not getting a win here kind of turns this into maybe a throwaway game, maybe just hard to keep up pace with some of the top in the lobby.
I haven't seen this. Haven't played this yet. This is one of our new maps for Season 2. It's very medieval. Very cute though. You know, I love how they take the evil spikes and still make them bright pink.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a special touch to make something so evil and deadly look cute, and I think Fall Guys does a great job of that. This is the Thick Bonkus, so this is the new kind of deadly swing that you have to navigate in Night Fever. It's not actually too difficult of a mode in my experience as far as what do you have to do. It's a matter of can you do it and getting the timing right and qualifying. And it looks like we're going to see Micro Guardian do that pretty well. Creek Crafty still got a little bit to go.
Yeah, got a little bit to go. Those seem hard to dodge, these big swinging spike cylinders of death that we've got here. Don't seem that easy to get around. I'm seeing a lot of people failing here. Apparently horses, not that resilient against whatever these are.
Yeah. But, I mean, your horse call out is working here. It's like they're not going too high.
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting it out there.
He may not make it. Alana, he's got 4
might,
left.
This is real close. I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Everyone's doing great so far. Very good stuff. Right. So, Creek Croc and Micro Guardian into the next round.
Just kind of pushing into kind of getting where we're at. We've had 3 teams so far get wins. We've got Jazzy Guns and A. Christine, as far as we've seen, actually still qualifying. And Abdallah, as well as Zach Scott Games. How do you feel about this level, Alana?
Huge fan. Huge fan. Love it. You gotta avoid a bunch of different obstacles, but it's spaced apart. It's not too intimidating. It's not too intensive. I'm super into it. I'm a big fan, and it doesn't feel as intimidating as having a million bananas thrown at you. So I can handle just a few minor obstacles, less stressful. Nice qualifiers in there too.
I will say
okay.
the fruit
This is
the
my
fruit
least
shoot.
favorite.
That's just a hard one right there for me. This is also, yeah, the slime. This is a difficult one, and part of it is like if you get caught behind or you make more than 2 mistakes, you're pretty much having a hard time qualifying.
Well, yeah, slime climb just knocks people out in masses because it's not even about making sure that you qualify against the people who are behind you. It's about making sure that you don't fall into that slime. And it's fast. I feel like they've sped it up over the course of the last few months. That slime is terrifying, and I have nightmares about it. It gets real scary. Seems to be doing okay here, though. I sometimes have trouble on those yellow cylinders. I feel like when you're trying to get to this part, you're trying to run across these. I just sometimes slip off. You know, it happens. I get nervous watching other people do this because I've made so many mistakes on slime climb. Ooh, love that jump there. That's nice
great.
Stuff. But I think these two are gonna be probably just all right. I think Team Ryu back is probably also going to qualify. It's you know, it's kind of offending me a little bit watching people who are this much better at this game than me.
Wow, it's offensive. Okay.
I feel personally attacked.
Do you? All right. I think they're doing this because they don't like you a lot. I think that's pretty much where that's coming from.
I just don't know why, you know, they had to publicly shame me like this.
Why? Yeah.
It's really rude, but I'm also proud of them. See what I can learn from this process.
Yeah, there's a lot of intricacies here. I mean, I think what I learned, and I think what we can all see, is just really those kind of stairs that push you out with the sliders as you kind of are trying to climb up, and people are pushing you to jump up. Getting the timing right on that, getting a couple extra jumps, maybe just eliminating yourself from the group is helpful. And now they're doing a little guarding here, and I don't know who their qualifying squad is. I hate it too. But who's in their lobby? Because if they were kind of making sure that someone in their lobby didn't qualify, that's a pretty good strategy.
I think they were just spectating at the end there, if I saw that correctly. I think they had both qualified and were just spectating the end of the round, where, and this is such an interesting dynamic of what's happening today, is that the other people in these lobbies don't understand what's on the line. You know, the other people who are playing today don't necessarily know the pressure that's on Jerome and Log.Zip right now. They don't understand what they're playing for, so they're just going to play like normal. They're going to grief like normal. You can't do anything about the trolls. It's definitely going to be a big deal. So what are we seeing right now? Are they spectating? Are they playing? I think they're spectating.
That looked like it could be. Now, here's Creekcraft. So what's interesting is they're in the same lobby. Oh, there's a big drop there. This one's tough. You kind of got to let the crowd help you, but stay close enough so that you're not too behind as far as the qualifiers. But they're in the same lobby as Ryukar and Tag Back. Alana, they're in the same lobby as the team we just saw qualify. So I wonder if, so this is actually a pretty competitive lobby here. And I don't know if we can get a little visual of their competition, see if they qualify, because only 9 are going to make it. So this could determine who kind of takes the lead here.
From what I can see right now, you know, we've got 2 arrows over the heads, which would indicate the people you're teamed up with. Those are going to be the other players. Seems like probably everyone's going to be all right there. So that's a qualify from Creekcraft.
Big time. Not just a Roblox guy. He can make it happen in Fall Guys as well. That puts only 9 remaining. We might be in a final round here.
Yeah, it should be. Could be one more left. I'll have to wait and see. Notice people in the chat talking about wanting a Sonic the Hedgehog skin. Frankly, I support it. I would just like you guys to know that I see you. I don't have any control over any of this, but I'm in support of Sonic the Hedgehog being a Fall Guys skin. All right, Fall Mountain. The dreaded Fall Mountain. You can lose at Fall Mountain in the first second.
You can.
That's the thing. Because I've seen crazy stuff go down here. So how many competitors have we got left here?
We've got 9. And so, you know, the horse that you basically were so upset at earlier, Alana, is now having a chance to win. But he's got to play this one pretty perfectly.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the Orc is, but obviously that's another one of our competitors here. So
it is.
I think we might have 2 left in here, but I don't know if anyone's going to take this win. Look at that pirate out in the front. Being a pirate. Oh, we got swapped.
But only one, though.
I mean, it's close.
Because now he's past the teammate. We don't know if it's an enemy teammate yet, or we don't know if it's just his actual teammate who's competing with him. Oh, this is a risky move. He tried to rush the pace, and now he's been eliminated. Oh, no.
What's he saying? Close. What's the commentary we've got from him there?
Maybe we can go in and listen to what Creekcraft
take my face cam off so they can see.
You're distracting him? I was
commentating.
No, yeah, we're looking good.
Definitely seemed a little bit upset there. It happens. Sometimes you get taken out.
That is crazy.
Oh, okay, so Rico.
Guy gets
Rico
whacked
got
right
it?
here.
Okay,
Rico
we're
went for
already
one.
seeing. I think so. We're seeing a lot of plays already. This is spicy stuff. Like, I keep using the word spicy. I can't help myself. But yeah, this is Hey, as it turns out, I'm not just the one that's bad. My friends are also bad. Ooh, I can't hear you. Okay, no one can hear Evan. I wasn't clear if that was just me. So Evan currently is muted, everybody. I don't know how that's happened. Sometimes you have technical difficulties. But basically, we've had a very exciting series of rounds there with a lot of wins, a lot of crazy stuff going on. Which hopefully we can get a message through to Evan to fix his audio. Not clear if he can hear me. We'll figure it out. All right. Like I said, a lot of very crazy stuff already happening here. This is super fun to see, and I'm just gonna say no insult to every single person that I'm friends with, but as it turns out, even the people I spectate are bad. I've never seen that many crowns in a short period of time before ever, and I streamed this game for like 9 hours not that long ago. So turns out, not just me who's bad, my friends are also bad. I don't know even how some of those wins came through. You see just insane stuff happening. But yeah, very, very fun plays there, you know, devastating losses, very competitive at the end. Seeing that many players actually get through to Full Mountain from the same lobby also rarely happens. Again, issues with my friends. I guess that's a problem. Have you jumped back in, Evan? You're back. You
See
made
there.
Hey, it happens.
Well,
it happens.
you know, it
sometimes
happens,
maybe somebody grabbed you. You know, that
You know
was your
what?
Fall Guys situation.
Exactly. Sometimes you get grabbed and you don't want to. And I think that's the Fall Guys thing. I'm excited to see some of the new levels, though. I actually wanted to ask your question because I know we're going to get maybe into an interview or we might kind of move into game 2. But Night Fever, first impression, you saw that was the first new level. It's one of the new levels in the mid-season. The medieval season 2. What do you think? What do you like about it? What were kind of the takeaways?
I'm terrified. Is my biggest take.
Terrified.
Yeah, Evan, just going to say, we don't have your camera currently, if you want to turn that back on. But I'm terrified is my hot take right now. There are a lot of obstacles there, and the swinging axes are something that I just never really thought that I would have to worry about in this game, that now I do. And I'm just, what happens if a bean gets split in half? What's inside them? All of these questions and more that I just don't know the answer to.
The important question is really what happens if you get split.
What's inside the beam? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
If I get split in half by an axe, what happens to me?
Absolutely.
No idea. But yeah, it looks really cool. And I love seeing those new skins. I think I was a big fan of the orc, particularly, was a really cool one. I'm assuming that's what that is. Very, very cool stuff. It seemed to me like we've got that huge spiky roller. I believe is called the Thick Bonkus.
Thick Bonkus.
I believe that is the technical term. Is the Thick Bonkus.
Yes,
that'll do one to you. And we saw it just today, screwing up a horse.
He almost made it though. I mean, he's still qualified. Luckily. But...
Yeah, a lot of good plays. That's what I was saying while you were muted, Evan. Would you like to share what your opinions were?
Alana, I just have a question. What happened with horses that you don't like them so much, and why are you taking it out on the Fall Guys costume? Okay, I know a lot of our players right now, they have horse costumes. You feel affronted, assaulted here by this commentary of your favorite costume? Explain yourself, Alana.
I've played a lot of Fall Guys, hours of Fall Guys, and in my experience, anyone who is dressed as a pigeon or is dressed as a horse is a jerk. Okay, I didn't make the rules. They made the rules by being jerks.
Wow.
I don't mean to generalize, but if you're going to be a horse and you're going to try and push me off the side of, a ledge, that's maybe going to have a lasting impact on me. So watch yourself. Don't trust a horse.
Don't trust a horse. Now when you're
like
out...
in the real life, they're just too big. Like who do you think you are being that large? Okay, just pipe down.
Being that large, majestic, beautiful.
Too pretty. It's a thing.
Being that much better than me, the way you look, that's just not okay.
You're gonna have hair like that? Just casually hang out with it? We're getting very carried away with horse talk now. Full disclosure, I used to be a horse girl. It's not something I'm proud of, but I feel like I should just admit that to you all today. But what is more exciting, obviously,
You just had a
is
bad question
the way those rounds went. Do we feel like we had any strong contenders? I feel like Rico made some really good plays. I was very impressed with Rico.
MMG, I was impressed with Typical Gamer and Avery. Not only did Typical Gamer get the win, Avery was right there next to him. So they were both incredibly consistent in terms of qualifying for every round. And that means a lot. We saw some teams get wins and the other, like especially MMG and Troydan. Troydan, great NBA 2K creator. He does vlogs, family stuff. He does a lot of great content. Very entertaining. He's been playing some Among Us lately as well, so check out his channel. But he wasn't even in the game when MMG qualified. So that means that, yes, you got that crown, but you only got maybe 1 or 2 points added on top of that, which is going to be totally different than Avery and obviously Typical Gamer's crown, plus all of Avery's points getting to the final round. So this is one of those things we're going to have to see. I can't wait to see like some of the point tally, but I would say those are my two. A little upset I didn't get to see Courage and basically I Do Work, because I feel like they've played a lot of Fall Guys, so I would expect big things from them.
Well, you know, again, you say that the time you put in doesn't necessarily mean anything. But no, because of the way we're jumping between rounds, we are seeing plays, but I don't know the results right now. So we'll have to figure that out as we go. Not actually sure who's in the lead. If I were to guess right now, look, we did see some good stuff from the imposters, which is Creekcraft and Micro Guardian.
Yes,
they definitely put in some work. Didn't see a ton from the on-site buddies, which is Jazzy Guns and Christine, who Christine, sorry, who I felt were doing pretty well there in my least favorite round. Seesaw,
the slime climb.
The one that I'm
Seesaw,
absolutely terrible at. Really not good at. Yeah, Girthquake we didn't see much of. Obviously, that's Courage, and basically I Do Work. They could have had an amazing run, but we definitely did see Pro Rico at the end there. In that final round, in that lobby where those two teams were together with Pro Rico and the imposters, I believe, if I'm tracking everything correctly in my brain. So I don't know, man. It's still anyone's game. Obviously, it's just round one.
Absolutely. And like, you know, you don't have to worry about, I think, these teams and these players getting too worried if they had like an obviously not a good start, because yes, you do have that throwaway game. But from now on in round 2 through round 6, you do have to start qualifying at least for those final rounds 4 and 5 to have a chance, and probably grabbing a crown. I feel like we've had 3 or 4 teams grab crowns. That is 16 to 20 extra points, and you're not going to get that. You can't really overcome that by just getting to round 4 every time. You probably have to win to stay involved in the teams that are winning crowns. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on these teams now, knowing that 3 or 4 have won. Now they've got to win, and they've got to probably win sooner than later.
A win is, you know, good in general, good for your self-esteem, general happiness, love winning. But yeah, in this situation, it's the competitive edge. It just pushes you so far ahead. It's so many points. Like you said, you can't just qualify. You got to get the crowns. And, you know, having 2 team members who I guess can coordinate and help each other, that's definitely a strat that I play with my friends anyways. Like if I think that you're further ahead, like in a tail grab, if we end up with something like that as a final round, trying to really help your teammate out. And I think they have that advantage. But then they obviously have the disadvantage of having that direct competitors in the exact same round. I think that there could be some crazy competitive strategies going in here. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. We seem to have it prepared, I believe. We're just adding some last things in here. I'm very excited to see it. Maybe just tallying up the last few here. So it should be any second now that we're able to bring it up. But who do we think is in the lead?
I honestly have to say, I think it's Typical Gamer and Avery. And unless Courage and basically I Did Work had an incredible round, I think Typical Gamer and Avery did the optimal round. Both survived to the last round. One of you wins because you can't both win. There's no way they can be behind anyone. But I do believe that they could be close to a couple of our other good squads. Remember, we saw MMG and Troydan find a W. I think we saw there was maybe Rico and Pro Hennis had a potential crown. Not sure if both of them were involved. But yeah,
I'm sure.
I think Typical and Typical Avery, that squad has to be in the lead. Don't you think, Alana?
I don't know. Like, probably that seems likely. I'm really not sure. It's hard to say how it went, but I am seeing a lot of support for Creek in the chat. I guess we've got a lot of Creek fans who are watching here, hoping that Creekcraft wins. So that's got to help. You got to have that support. That's got to get you through. And I don't, maybe just that positive energy. So, okay, it's hot. We've got the scores. Let's show them.
All right. Let's
you
do
were
it.
Right.
Oh,
there
man.
You go.
And Typical and Avery, they are 37 points in round 1. That is probably a max score. I think that's got to be a max score. Incredible stuff and a crown.
So Typical Gaming there got the crown. So I think I maybe misunderstood. I thought that I saw Rico get a crown there, but it was probably just spectating. So yeah. 2 crowns this round though. Delo Run as well. So Run JD Run also got a crown in. But it does suck to see your teammate Delo with just a score of 1.
1. Oh boy.
Yeah, hate to see it.
Oh boy. Yeah, hate to see it.
Yeah, but you know, we got some zeros in here. We got some zeros. We got some crowns, and then we've got 7 is Buzz Bunny. Got a score of 6. It slowly gets less and less down the end, and then obviously Jerome Zip at the very end. Not their best game, but hey, you can throw it away. They've got room for improvement here with Jerome with the score of 1 and Logout Zip also with a score of 1.
How do we get this so wrong? I think MMG and Troyden, we kept saying they did a great job, but apparently they were spectating someone, and that was how that happened.
That's the issue I think we're having, which we will fix next time.
Yes.
Thinking that because of the overlay that they're not spectating, but hey, maybe it's just that we're so positive that we're just trying to imbue this positive energy on people.
I think that's it.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. And thankfully, we have people figuring out these scores for us. We appreciate you. We've got our results in. Heading into round 2, we know what's happening. A little bit more on top of things. We know where the competition stands. Obviously, already a standout team.
2 big things for me, Alana. 1, Delo Run. Obviously, JD Run, JD Witherspoon, great guy. I've had a lot of events with him, and a buddy. I had I think a lot of respect for what he's gone through this year, and I think he's been an incredible kind of content creator in a lot of variety of ways, doing commercials and YouTube and 3 different YouTube channels, vlogs, gaming. So kind of excited to see them stay in. We need more from Delor though, for sure, more than 1 point. And also Courage with 0 points, Alana. Courage 0 points. I would have thought he was one of my contenders.
Hey, it's Fall Guys. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Obviously, spectating round 2 now. Got Typical Gamer and Avery here again with the thick bonkus, I believe it's called. That's hang on, just let me check my science notes. Yes, confirmed. Medical term, thick bonkus. Taking players out here. That thing's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
So why?
Nobody wants to get hit with a thick bonkus.
Nobody wants to get hit with a thick. Pass.
No.
I'm good.
Pass.
I don't want that in my life. I don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
We got some hashtag love for Blue Lightning in the chat now too.
Okay.
Which is Abdallah Smash and Zach Scott Games. I think the Imposters are definitely a favorite as well. So those are emerging in the chat while we've got our players running through as well. Jazzy Guns and A Christine here. I'm a fan of this round.
This is an interesting round. I saw a YouTube video. There's a ton of great Fall Guys videos all across YouTube. You can get lost in it for hours watching content on this game, but there's a bunch of little secrets that allow you to pick out which door is fake and which door is real. It has to do with the triangles at the very bottom. The real door has a slightly smaller triangle at the bottom, so you'll see smart players actually be able to identify that and move and run seamlessly through this round. And also at the flyover of that round, Alana, the smallest door at the very end is the real door. And you could see from the camera, whichever door is smaller, that is the real door to run through in the final round.
But it's flipped. Down. You got to remember that too.
It's flipped, right? So you got to be, That's basically all my Fall Guys knowledge.
And that's it. We've exhausted all of it.
I used it up.
All right, another round, another gate crash here. Typical Gamer and Avery. I've had some issues with gate crash in my time where I've just stood in front of a gate for way too long when I should have just moved to the one to the left or the right rather than waiting for it. Sometimes you can get really screwed over by those donuts. It's a fun one though. Love to see it. Typical Gamer in the front here. It's already in the lead pretty much.
Yeah, he's got the timing right.
I think we're going to see probably some more qualifiers here. Avery's a little bit further back.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes you get swapped by a donut. It happens. It happens.
Yep.
I've screwed up this final jump here many a time as well. Nice flip there from Avery. Good form, good form. Got to qualify. Typical Gamer.
He's gonna get the jump here.
More trouble, but I think there we go. Everybody's through. You love to see.
And they're in the lead. They're in the lead, so they're really, keeping the pressure on by qualifying. Again, 2 more rounds, both of them. So, the rest of the lobby, it's not really up to them anymore. Typical Gamer and Avery keep basically winning crowns and getting to the final rounds. There's almost no way other teams can catch up. So you kind of got to hope they make a mistake here. At least one of them drops out.
Yeah, or both. That evens everything out. Yeah, I think once someone gets too far ahead, it's going to be tough for anyone to come back, especially with all the teams who don't have crowns right now. It's really only 2. I guess it's possible that we could see everyone get crowns. I guess that is, in theory, back and forth, obviously, with the teammates in their lobbies. It's possible, but I feel like it's probably going to become obvious sooner rather than later who is actually going to win. I don't think we've got a tiebreaker on our hands here, just based on how the first round went, how second round is going. But we've got team. What is this team? This is Ryu back.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Tag back.
Yeah.
So Ryokar's here, and he's playing defense, Alana. I like this. He's kind of trying to say, okay, tag back, I need you. I'm going to try to stop these guys, but I think he's going to have to qualify right now. And tag back's left on his own.
Oh, he's pretty far back.
Yeah, he's got to hope for some mistakes from the people ahead of him. Oh, and you just can't jump on that.
That's too slidey. No,
Get desperate.
You're going to fall off that, you little fall guy. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. That's an L. Sorry,
an L
bud.
right there.
But hey, 1 qualifier through. They could still get a crown, and it'd still give them a lot of points.
All right, we're back to Courage, who has 0 points, Alana.
0 points. Who'd have thought? Just humiliating,
Absolutely humiliating.
Just gonna be humiliated here playing Fall Guys with 0 points. You had beef with Fruit Shoot, right?
I did. This is one of the more difficult rounds, I think, because it's a game of patience. And if you make 1 or 2 mistakes in a row trying to just rush it, you pretty much lose the round, because it really is about getting to the middle and kind of working your way up from there. The hardest part is, I think, starting off, not getting hit, not getting yourself knocked off as well. But they qualify. Courage makes it to the next round. He's breathing on his hands. He knows this big game.
Tense.
He's got to get involved here. They've got 3 points.
My beef with Fruit Shoot is mostly that I think treadmills are evil and just should be outlawed. Nobody should have to go on them. Why'd you put them in a video game? It's just so rude. Well, I haven't seen this part of this round.
Yeah, this is the new round. It's one of the new ones that came out in
Very
season
cool. 2. Love to see that little qualify there. Yeah, so they're just scaling walls, I guess.
And you can move the walls.
Because they also move.
Yeah, so you're trying to set up like staircases for yourself. This is one of the new ones in the season that released the medieval theme. And so there's a couple of different tactics. That is one, really jumping and grabbing. So you don't even need to move the smaller ones. You kind of can jump onto a medium one and create your own staircase. The other version is try to make the perfect staircase, but it takes time. And it's really interesting. So that's a great event. It's actually one of the harder ones I think they added.
It looks fun. I'm into it. We've got typical gamer and Avery jumping into Fruit Shoot here. Do we want to see if we've got any commentary from either of them, how they're feeling heading into this? Maybe we can jump on maybe typical gamer's stream.
Great idea.
See what the strat is running in here. Got any audio from him?
Okay, we're vibing.
It's like you fell into really cold water.
Oh, the banana was zooming at me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, I'm so lucky that
I'm getting hit.
Oh my gosh, I'm good so far. Bro, I've dodged everything like kind of accidentally. I'm in first.
Yeah, you're in front right now. I'm in 5th. I think we got this, dude. I literally think we got this. Yep.
No! I got hit!
You got it. You're good.
Am I good? Yeah, let's go!
Oh my god. What a grab.
9 out of 10 there, I think. Yeah, that's nuts. It's cool to hear them communicating like that, though. They were like very focused on how each of them were doing as a team. A lot of communication going on there. Hopefully it'll help them in the long run. So Creecraft, Micro Guardian, both just got eliminated.
Yeah.
Brutal. Right on the jump there. Got like I said, a lot of love for Creek in the chat. Charles Calvin here saying no Creek. Bummer. But they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. They can have that as a throwaway round.
All right, well, this is an important one. I think we may want to jump in as well. We've been listening to some creators. There's no other creator team that kind of was at our top of the list that has been underperforming as much as maybe Courage and those guys. But right now, Typical Gamer and Avery, they've got a chance to find themselves getting a win. And
I just felt
this is just really would set the lobby ablaze here if they could do 2 wins in a row, both of them qualifying to the final round.
Okay, I think it's up to you, Avery. It's you versus one other night.
No, I don't know how.
I'm gonna try to.
I mean, Avery's really far ahead right now, from what I can tell. I think this is done.
Oh, he got hit.
Oh,
he got hit. Oh, and he lost the crown.
Oh, that's painful.
Oh,
I got hit.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how to, like, the way that happened. He seemed like he was so far ahead, and then just got bumped right at the end. Oh my god. So
okay,
we've got
recovery.
Yeah, Proheenus here. Another one pretty close second. Same thing that just happened with Avery could happen.
Wait,
Oh.
what? How did they grab that?
But not back.
You didn't think they'd grab it.
Oh, Jazzy Guns. Oh, can't get there as well. So close.
Yeah, everyone's real close. So not a lot of crowns this time around, apparently. Not a lot of crowns. Oh, that animation's so cute.
That's adorable.
I feel that in my heart. That one was painful.
I know. I mean, that ended up being some interesting turn of events here, and I think that's what the lobby needed. A round where, you know, there was no crown by the leaders. Now I think it's evened things out for some of the teams at the bottom who may need a crown to kind of get involved. Not a good start for Jerome. Straight into the abyss. That
Hey,
is not how you want to begin
take it
your
at the
round.
start. It's all right. You know, it's not ideal.
Is he just...
okay. I was like, why did they just quit? Why is that happening? No, I think it's just a reset.
That was a practice.
Yeah. So I think what's happening now is they're just going to jump straight into the next games rather than waiting for us once they're finished. So we will keep on top of the scores for all of you and put that on screen when we can. Another full mountain. Look at that little orc go. That's what I keep calling it. I don't know if that's what what else are you going to call that little green guy? It's an orc, right? Is that licensed? I don't know.
Let's go with it. I mean, orc, it's hard to license orc. That's been around before anybody's made anything, you know,
Could have been a goblin.
You know? Yeah.
Another elimination.
It's like vampire, you know, you can't license, you know, vampire.
It's true.
It's like,
somebody's probably tried, but you're right.
Yeah,
I don't think you can steal orcs.
I made that up. I was in Transylvania back in the...
Alrighty, so I think that's the end, I believe, of round 2 that we've just seen. A lot of losses there. I'm sad.
It was a very interesting round because we saw so many teams so close, but so far. And if you're gonna have, you know, I think anything that actually epitomizes the feeling when you're playing Fall Guys, Alana, I think that's it. So close, but so far. That's how we all feel. That's how you and I feel every time we get into a lobby. The crown's right there. The last little slide is right there, but we get knocked off. But that's the beauty of the game.
Allegory for life sometimes, you know? It's just poetic. It's profound.
I try to keep it, you know, I kind of bring it down for, you know, just the audience so I don't go above everybody's head. But yeah, I mean, these are some pretty high level.
You just got to take your losses and recover where you can. Don't pay us for therapy. I don't know that we would be. Nobody listen to anything that we're saying. I don't know that we'd be very good at that. It sounds like.
I think we'd be great.
Okay, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate your positivity. I vehemently disagree.
that'll be $50. See, I already made her feel better, and I gave her some positive outlooks on live. Okay,
that is true.
BuzzFeed multiplayer.
Okay, yeah. So teams 11 and 12 is still finishing up from the sounds of things. We are just waiting for actually these two to finish this round here. We saw BuzzFeed multiplayer qualify.
Kelsey,
Two qualifiers. Good stuff. Yeah, that's Kelsey from BuzzFeed multiplayer, Team Buzz Funny. It's every time that I have to say the word funny out loud. I have to catch myself. Yeah, I believe it's a Canadian reference. Because of the, you know, Canada, eh? So it's funny is, you know, the national pride there. But every time I have to say it out loud, I feel like I'm saying something wrong.
It does force a little something.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like Kelsey's in really good spirits. Do you want to jump in and see how she's feeling?
I'd love to listen to that. Yeah.
Middle of the pack, top of the pack, even better. Cherry on top. Wow, some people are doing round 3 already. That's wild.
What?
I know.
We're like start round 3. We're only on round 2. What are you?
I was like, oh, well, that must be nice. Can't relate.
You got this. No, this.
I like the positivity.
Ah,
I mean,
fell.
the round's taking a long time. Isn't any floor of theirs? You know, if
Oh,
they're
I
still
got
in round
over,
2
okay.
when everyone else is
Here we
moving
go,
into
here we
round
go.
3,
I'm gonna
it's
go mid.
Go
Yeah.
mid. And a switch. Last
It's gonna be bad.
Funny got knocked
rough
out there.
timing.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
it! She got it! Yes! Little cool!
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
Love
Funny's
that
gonna
good
get this.
spirit. So
He's gonna get it.
positive. Good energy.
Boom.
Okay, I'm watching Katie.
An elimination there. That is a
Oh,
bummer.
Katie
That
didn't
is
make
a
it.
bummer.
close.
I did see
close.
someone in the chat just
You
ask
didn't make
where
it?
you see the
Very
score. We will periodically show you guys on
It is
screen. We're
my
basically
turn to
live
carry
tallying
you.
that stuff. So
I will do
Yeah.
my
we'll
very
show you,
best
you know,
to make
basically
you
as the
proud.
rounds lead out. We'll let you guys know. I believe
Another team
Sergio
hasn't
in
even
the
started
chat
round
just
2 yet.
asked that one. So yeah, this is our last team in that round. These guys already in round 3, I believe. And did
Yeah,
we
it's
catch
a lot.
an elimination there from Rico? Is that what I just saw?
I don't know. You asked me that before, and I gave you the wrong answer. So, Alana, I want to make
Don't
sure
trust myself
I
now.
don't do that. I don't do that again. Yeah.
All right.
Basically,
back
I've
to
uplifted
courage.
your self-esteem, and you've destroyed mine. So I think this is not a fair
great
trade.
combo.
as far as-
Yeah.
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 We balance each other out, I guess.
Yes. One of us is miserable, one of us is happy. It's like good cop, bad cop, but happy cop,
Right.
sad cop. It's
Yeah.
a great combination. All right, everyone's in round 3 now. Just got confirmation from our producers. Everyone is in round 3. Things are moving along pretty steadily. Like I don't even know. I have no concept of time. We started at 11. It's already 11:45. I feel like this is just flying along.
And
It's
you know,
so
we're
easy to watch this game.
I agree. I totally agree. This game is so fun. You could spend hours playing Fall Guys without realizing it. It feels like minutes. These rounds are so fun. Every single moment you're in a round, you're hyper focused. So it feels like time moves very slowly. But then all of a sudden, boom, 45 minutes, an hour later. Courage and Basically I Do Work did not have a first round they enjoyed. Alana, obviously,
No.
getting
No
3
luck
points
from
total.
Girthquake here. But we got to qualify there. Love to see it. They seem to be a little bit more quiet. I feel like there's more focus going on, especially from Basically I Do Work, but I also can't tell because of that
Oh.
microphone placement. No.
He's got to jump. Jump dive. Oh, no, he's got it. No.
It's scary. It's scary to look at.
No. Oh, I
That's
knew
thick
it.
bonkus, man. It's so
Oh,
big.
no. You could tell the thick bonkus just had his number. And
Already
this is
taking
probably...
people out.
Oh, so this is... I'd love to get... Now that we get a little bit of a look at this round, Wall Guys, one of the brand new rounds you were mentioning in Season 2, I'd love to just go over, like, just kind of watch it, the strategy of it. It's just great to
Love
see.
the
This
design.
is BuzzFeed
I love the
multiplayer,
colors.
and Kelly. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
colors, the design. It's just very fun. I love this. It's just a change of pace, too, I think.
It looks like... So yeah, I haven't played Season 2 yet. This is really my first long glimpse at all of this. So yeah, for everyone at home, it has launched. You can play it.
Is there a way?
The teamwork aspect of this is also interesting because it's like a seesaw, right? Where
Okay,
Right.
so I'm
it's a
gonna
team
try
game.
to-
You have to work together to succeed, but a lot of people are opposed to that. Lots of bad jumps from Kelsey here. That's, you
Yeah.
know, sometimes that elimination,
Sorry, team.
you gotta own it. You gotta
Dang.
own it.
That was
She's
fun.
owning
I
it.
feel
She's
like she
happy.
knows what happened. You know, it's
Yeah.
out to get you. Straight back into watching. Oh,
This
some
should
yelling
be...
from Jerome there. Something's heated going on. I think Tyler is already qualified. That was close. Nice.
Big time.
Yeah,
time
big
from
celebrations from that team there. Which
Yeah,
is
these guys have had a-
Jerome Zip.
Yeah, Jerome Zip. They've had a little bit of a connection issue, so they've kind of gone off to a slow start. But you could tell they were relieved to just finally be back in the game and qualifying for a round. Here we are with the second place team, Delaware Run, which is Run JD Run. He's JD Witherspoon on a lot of other, I guess, online profiles, but you probably know him here as Run JD Run on YouTube, and he's just running as well. 27 out of 29. So he continues to carry a huge load for his squad here, put them in a
Good
position
stuff.
to win.
Good stuff. As a princess, no less.
As a
I
prince,
respect
wow.
it. I respect it. Still, everyone in chat, I think if we were to pick teams that are getting the most chat support, it is going to be the Imposters and Micro Guardian by the looks of things. A bit of support for Team Jazzy there as well, but mostly the imposters, I think. All right. I seriously love watching this round. Have you ever seen MXC?
How'd you know?
The
I have
TV show
not.
MXC?
No,
It's
I
very it's like what was originally a Japanese game show that is then dubbed by I think just like American comedians, and it features basically this exact round where there are real people running into walls and they don't know which one's fake and which one's real. Very fun to watch.
Oh
It's,
my god.
Yeah.
All rewards if you quit.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lack of value in how entertaining it is to watch stuff like this in real life. I mean, I know Fall Guys gives it to us in a video game form, but I don't know. I mean, a little wackier version of like Ultimate Beastmaster or American Ninja Warrior. I mean, all those things are kind of just like very addictive in their own way. So I can see why the appeal for Fall Guys is kind of taking the world by storm. Just seeing people get through obstacles is just often a very entertaining process.
You can very easily pick up on exactly what they have to do or what they're trying to do, so it's a really easy game to basically just
Relate to, yeah.
watch to understand what the plays are. Whereas, like, I guess American Ninja Warrior is the same if you know the obstacles, but like I can watch a pro StarCraft player, even having played StarCraft, and have absolutely no concept of what they're doing other than aggressive typing.
Oh, he just
some upset from
he
Troy
raged.
Dan there.
little rage.
That's a bummer. Yeah, too far behind. Fell off twice. Got chungused. Taking people out. Taking people out. Love the name.
I think
so
I think Alana, just for that, because we've seen Thick Bonkus, Chungus. We've seen Thick
I did
Bonkus
say Chungus.
have an issue for a lot of people. I think the key there for players jumping into it, I did play it a bunch yesterday. It's just patience. Just got to stay to the side and just not try to rush it. I mean, everyone's going to fall off to it who tries to go too fast. So you'll definitely qualify. Usually you 43 qualify in that round when it comes up, and that's just, you just have plenty of space to get in there. So patience is the key.
Hard
on
not
that
to
one.
rush when you're in a competition like this, though. For anyone who's just
I
joining
know.
us, there's $100,000 for UNICEF on the line and some real-world, real-life wearable Fall Guys crowns that seriously I wish I could have. I can't. Also, just pointing out, construction has just started happening outside of my apartment building, so hopefully you guys can't hear that. It just started. I'm like, brilliant. Why didn't this happen yesterday? Every
Oh
time.
man. Well,
See,
I've had
this
to
is my
live-
real life Fall Guys obstacle course, is trying to shoutcast a heated competition with these 12 incredible teams, and someone is just using like a hacksaw or something. More like a drill. I don't know what's going on. Very loud. Apparently, we have a couple of connection problems with some of these teams, so that might just delay this round a little bit, but
Yep.
obviously these two here still really going for it, doing their best. This is Team Blue Lightning, which is appropriate because they've got their little coordinated uniform.
They do. They do have their coordinated uniform, and it's important to wear team colors. You know, I mean, you're a Liverpool supporter. You know, you gotta rep. You gotta rep the squad. You know, on game day, and I think they realize that we need that same type of camaraderie for game day for us. Abdal Smash, just patient. He's got nothing to worry about here. They
Looks
set
like
up
they're
a
both
little
gonna be
defensive
just fine.
line. Yeah, just to like, you know, hey, anybody wants to come through, and he's trying to
They
help his
qualified
teammate.
together. It's almost like they were holding hands on the finish line. Very sweet. Very sweet.
Zach's still trying to make it, and he's they're all Gucci. So, and I think that's who is in their lobby. They might be in the lobby of Avery and Typical Gamer here.
It looks like
Just double checking.
Yeah. Looks like everyone there qualified at the very least. So all right. Back to JD Witherspoon. Run, JD, run. Looks very intense. Do we want to jump in and listen to his commentary here real quick?
I'd love to. I'd love to hear the strategy.
It's a game of face. I'm seeing this game of face.
No, it's low key. Oh, I missed. I made it. How? I was number 9, and it says out of 8.
All right, so
Going crazy.
actually, I've had this exact same thing happen to me, and I believe that if you do cross at the same time, they will allow the both players who did that as like the tie, for just both of them can go into the next round.
Oh, well, that's
They don't-
nice.
Yeah, it was great because I just like 9 out of 8. Wait, did I lose? But it was like a diving finish, so they just allowed both of us to qualify. So that's a cool little nice thing.
Yeah, very
Always makes you die.
on the edge qualify there though. Like it couldn't couldn't have been more lucky, I guess. Really just right. So, yeah, definitely going to be good for that team. Looks like both Prohannes and Rico doing well on this one. Both fries. I love the little fry costume. Very cute. Good stuff.
Rico
I
with the green
respect
shirt
the
as
green
well.
screen from Rico right now. You and I are both using green screens. Why didn't we do that?
Why
I
did we
guess
not
we're
wear
shirt.
green shirts? And nope, exactly. This is what I'm
I want to be a
saying.
floating head.
He's giving me
It's not
all new
green.
ideas
I know.
for stream deck.
Yeah. No, it looks cool. The fade out on the side. Just sorry, you know, people who create content, sometimes you just gotta respect from the others. It's how it happens. How it happens.
You do. And
Yeah,
here we go.
so-
We see the first little tail grab game here.
You're right. It is. Both in
they're
it
trying-
still, I believe. Oh, only 30 seconds left on this. I hate seeing a steal. Got bonked.
Abdallah's got one. He lost it.
How are they? Yep. Got it back again.
And
Think
him and Zach,
that,
17.
looking like they're doing it. Yeah, I mean, Zach seems to be pretty much on his own out here, so no one's really coming after him.
No.
Having an experience
You?
I never have in this round.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, what?
Nice work
How
from
in
both
the
of them
world?
there. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, how they avoided you, but damn.
Doesn't
Oh,
happen to me.
this is kind of fun. We just got note in the chat that Courage won. I'm hoping you're not lying to me, young McShan. I'm hoping you're not lying to me. But it sounds
Wow.
like Courage
Courage might
maybe
have
just
gotten the
got a crown. Very nice
we
stuff.
know-
That's a comeback from last round, huh?
I mean, if he does, and we're going to get those scores up to you as they come in, I think we are hearing that Jack did get a crown. So Courage from 3 points to potentially up to 37 there in that last round, depending on if Marcel qualified with him. We don't believe he did, but definitely a really, really strong round to come back after a disappointing first round.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, that's this competition. We already felt like someone was in the lead. Maybe they aren't. Things are already turning around. This is going to be another qualify for Buzz Funny here. Oh no, this isn't Team Buzz Funny. Sorry, I got confused with Katie and Kelsey. This is Katie Wilson and Raptor, who is actually Raptor Wilson. It is another celebrity combination name, but some more qualifiers in there. You love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently
absolutely.
Courage was a really good win. So I think we have the scoreboard to show you guys as it stands.
do.
But we do have some people still finishing game 2. There you go.
Wow, so much
Yeah.
more contested here at the top, but it's still 57 to 52, and it's the same two teams, typical Avery and Dello Run. But I mean, this is just a very strong carry from Run JD Run on this one. 47 points total, and Delaware has 5. So not the most amazing teamwork there, but they've got a lot of room to improve, I'd say.
Yeah, obviously a couple of things still coming in, so the scoreboard is going to get updated here. But just that 1 point from Team Jerome Zip. Oh, it's when everyone else is slowly moving up. It's a bummer. It's a bummer, but hey, you know, it's all about fun. We're raising money for a good cause here today. You don't have to
Exactly.
win. You just gotta have a good time. You just gotta have a good time.
You know, the truth is you didn't
Ooh.
really even have to practice if you didn't want to. You know, you just jump on in here and have fun, put on a show. And some people might have done that. I mean, I know not everybody here plays Fall Guys exclusively, but I think pretty much everyone
Katie.
has played it at some point. But Katie
Oh.
going down.
That
Oh,
sucked. It was a
no.
really painful one to watch. But yeah, you're right. I actually did see some of these creators, and I was like, you know, checking out their channels, seeing their vibes, seeing what they might be doing, doing practice streams yesterday. So there certainly were a number of them who had some practice in, but man, oh, right there, Hexagon, just jumped
And-
right through the cracks. That is
He lost
such a
to a
bummer.
soda can.
He lost to a soda can. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. More slime climb, huh? Oh, wow. That was an interesting recovery.
Great
I would have
recovery.
fallen off there.
Same.
So you can kind of jump back on if you get pushed off.
And
not
the
seen that
benefit
before.
is he wasn't really by a lot of people, Alana. So, I mean, you have, you know, the opportunity to have so much more control when you're not getting hit left and right by, like, staying in the crowd. So that's, again, just,
Grabbed. I
Hey,
think
little
it's a
leapfrog.
thing that maybe I don't do enough is intentionally fall. I feel like it really does ground you pretty well. Seeing that happen in action. It's an interesting one. So we got Ryu back here.
Great grab by tag back there to get up. And now someone's just got to move these. You can grab that second one if you want. Jump grab this. But he's just
It's
gonna
interesting
kinda go.
because it means whoever's in front has to do work for everyone behind them, right?
For the
Which
most
is
part.
got to be conflicting. You've got to
is.
put in work so that everyone behind you can just get through a lot faster, which means that this round is constantly evening itself out, unless someone is just very bad at jumping, I guess. But you probably
Actually, I think that's what happens quite a bit. I've seen a lot of people just be very bad at jumping. I mean, because I think this is a round that requires more jumping than any other round, more jumping and grabbing than any other round in Fall Guys.
Yeah, I think
So
you're probably right.
People just haven't practiced it as much, but it's still a really great. I mean, you can see they're just trying to get up onto this
That's
thing.
got to be too tall. No.
Got the dive, but not the
They
grab.
basically just keep trying until they sort of somebody makes the effort to finally push the thing. Like this is watching tag back here is actually quite funny. It's like you attempted the same thing 10 times and then someone else fixed it and you're like, all right, got it.
And he actually climbed on somebody's head just then. And you could play missed the jump. But you could play gatekeeper right here, Alana, like that little fortress divot right where he's at. He could turn around and just stop anybody from coming up and grab them and kind of try to throw them down. But him and his teammate are really the only people there. He said, I'd rather qualify than risk kind of getting, not a part of this round. And it doesn't look like
we got the qualify and one elimination. It seems like it was worth it. It's all right. It's all right. Obviously, Ryuka got through there. Not so lucky with tag back, but it equals out in the points for team Ryu back. I keep wanting to say Ryu differently just because of all the video game versions of Ryu or Ryu.
Oh yeah, of course. Ryu Hayabasa, you got your Ryu and Street Fighter, obviously. Just all the classic Ryus out there.
A lot of them.
But Fall Mountain, here we go.
Another
it's
Fall
for the
Mountain.
win. Looks like they've got what?
Only one.
They've got one in this lobby, 10 total. And so he's out to the races.
Yeah,
All right,
that's crazy. So, I mean, that automatically, I believe getting even to the round means more points than everyone else in the lobby.
Yep.
But the win here, which right now is looking pretty good, makes it
just about timing.
A whole other thing. Yeah.
Ooh.
So sometimes, like, that's the thing about Fall Mountain is sometimes it's not even about timing. It's just, like, got wrecked there.
Yep.
So I don't feel like that's your fault. You can't control a ball flying through the air at your face. What are you gonna do?
No, you can't. You can't. Just
it
unfortunate
seemed
there.
unlikely that he was ever going to actually recover from that one.
Yeah.
Massive bummer.
But you know
Nice
what? That's why you play the game. You give yourself a chance. It's not saying you're going to win every time, but you take the shot. And
see, look at you go, being inspirational again.
I'm trying to,
Miss every shot you don't take,
Exactly. And so you got to try to find a way. I want to get at Fall Mountain, Alana. I want to test your play-by-play hype skills. Because I feel like you got the digs for some.
You can make it work. I could dial
there.
it up if we get one. I could make it happen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here it is. We got a Fall Mountain. I want to give.
Yep.
I want to let you hype cast this Fall Mountain.
Let me
as if
just
it's
prepare
like
myself.
Final Circle Battle Royale.
All right, I can do it. Yep.
10 players remaining. Yeah, give me some tension. Here we go.
All right, there's so much riding on Micro Guardian heading into this last Fall Mountain. He's right at the front right now. Got to watch out for the spinning doors. That's just going to start coming as those balls come sliding through.
Oh.
Good dodge there. Did take a hit, but so did everyone else around him. So, it's okay if you take a setback when everyone else does. A little bit further back in the pack here, but I think you've got room to move forward. I think he's still going to be okay. It's still really competitive. Managed to dodge that ball that was just coming at him there. Got to avoid everything spinning in front of you right now. It's dialed up to 11. Here is where this gets a lot harder. This is too many obstacles. I don't know if you can recover from this. People in front of you being taken out as well, but no, didn't make it. Too much of an L. Just too many obstacles slapped in Micro Guardian's face there. That is a huge bummer for the imposters who are getting a lot of love in chat. Creecraft and Micro Guardian did not earn their crown points there. You hate to see it. How did I do? Was it good? Did you feel hype? Was it good?
Chills.
Okay,
Chills.
well, now I'm gonna have to take a nap for the rest of the stream because that was so much energy. So it's all you.
Right. Imagine exactly. More than one round. That's going to be a lot of energy and effort. No, I loved it. I love the pacing.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
I think you hit the important notes. He was just getting
Means a lot.
bobbled back and forth and had no chance to win that round.
No, it felt like it was over so quick too.
Yeah, I know. It would have been great if you could cast like a jumping, like, you know, last second crown grab. But I mean, you know, casters, we just got to get what's given to us and make the best of it. So I thought, you know, A+.
Hey, that's not how the game works, you know. It's not how it works.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can't get that crown. Sometimes you don't stand a chance. At least that's what I kept putting it down to with this game. I kept being like, look, it's chance-based. Obstacles come out of nowhere. I don't know what you want me to do, but then there are people who win like 1,000 games, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that chance-based.
It's
Maybe
not that chance-based.
there's more skill in there than I thought.
I just feel like that's just selective, like selective hearing, or like, you know, my own, just my lens of that I want to look at life through. Like, because there are people who have so many crowns in this game. It's obviously not chance based. You know, you can be good enough to win all the time, but then there are a lot of people who just, you know. But I mean, for most people who aren't going to go to the lengths to understand the game in such an intricate level, then yeah, it is chance based because you just, you know, you don't know. So without that info, it is chance based. I thought
what you're telling me is they don't pay enough attention, and I think that's fair.
No, you just haven't decided that you need to be the best Fall Guys player in the world, because if you did, you probably would be, you know. But you just have, you got a lot of things going on, you know. You just haven't decided that.
I will say, I just noticed Avery using the tactical yeet there, where you intentionally let the poles push you forward, which is something that I've seen some more experienced players doing that I have not paid attention to in my own defense. But I love the whirly gig. I have a lot of love for this round. Ooh, going for the middle.
Is it just because of the way it sounds?
That's
sounds
part
like
of
you
it.
like saying whirly gig. Yeah.
That is a part of it. But I don't know. I think I like the just, you know, doing little jumps. It's a good time. See, tactical yeets again. That's really interesting to watch. So Avery's easy qualify. Typical game is not far behind. Yeah, you're gonna be fine heading into that last platform. Oh, okay, or not.
That's very odd.
Sorry if I jinxed you there, mate. That is my bad. But I think he's still gonna be all right there. Yeah, there's still 17.
These guys are gamers, man.
Yeah, real gamers out in the wild. Getting dubs, you love to see it. Yeah, that was a good one. They're definitely a compelling team. Typical Avery. I like watching them. They're very serious, very communicative. You know, really working on their strats, really trying to get that win.
And here's Jerome, who has had the worst luck since you cursed pigeons at the start of the game, and you said pigeons and horses, I don't like them, and now Jerome's got to, you know, pay for it, and just not.
Not my fault he made that choice. Can we jump in and listen to what Jerome's going through right now? See if we can get some color commentary from him.
See, look, now no one's messing with your C-subs, you know?
True, that's true. That's what I wanted. I got him right where I want him. I'm right behind the blue bean.
Ooh. Oh. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
Just adding pressure.
I know.
You're dead even with the bean.
No way.
At least
this is not gonna
At least one of them didn't make it.
I didn't make it. Yeah.
Actually, I think they're both out.
Then I think so too.
Okay.
So there was hardly. In fact, we scored.
Also kind of true.
They do.
Yeah, let's move on. Keep listening here as well. I think paying attention. We are going to start seeing this lobby get more and more competitive. So while we got a chance, listen in here to Christine and Jazzy Guns as well.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Get up there.
Fine, man. Even watching it makes me feel like a little bit sick to my stomach.
No, come on.
I just get so nervous watching people even do it. And Christine gets pushed off there, and the slime's coming up. It's just so. Oh my gosh.
This is my nightmare. This spot right here. This is the worst spot for me.
Mine is definitely those big yellow cylinders. Oh, Christine.
Jazzy could get it though.
You're stuck where?
Yeah, Jazzy's getting through much further ahead. Christine, if she makes this, should be okay. That ramp's gonna save you some time. All right. Yeah, might be all right. He is currently lost, but you know, this round really can go anyway. Anyone can fall off at any time, so nothing to stress about too much.
I like it. Oh, almost got hit off. I mean, Jazzy's really holding it down for the team right
just
now.
got stuck on the treadmill there. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I hate.
And it
to
looks like
see
she's
it.
gonna qualify.
All
Okay, so
right,
Jazzy
Jazzy
made
got
it.
it through.
Oh my goodness.
And I think Christine just didn't have a chance.
Oh, got
Unfortunate
stuck
there.
there. That's such a bummer. That's such a bummer. All right. Oh, that's
Creek
an
grab
interesting
the screen.
update there, Creek.
Oh, yeah.
That's. Where did that come from? Is this a
That looks like
Minions
me in
cosplay?
7th grade. Me in 7th grade. And, dreads, afro, just like that. It's a real standout look. And here's Courage. Let's listen to Courage. We haven't heard him at
Okay.
all, so let's listen into what he's saying.
Gonna
in
be a
the stream.
10th round.
Winning right now.
Trying.
Got hit by a ball, but he's still moving. Got hit. Your only competition right now is JD.
Oh my God.
You got it. You got it.
Hey, nice.
That's my teammate.
Nice. That's a comeback.
What a
Heck
win.
yeah. What a reaction.
And 2 in a row for Courage. That's 2 in a row.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
he might put himself in the conversation. Girthquake went from last place, I think, to 6th, and now another win. If Typical and Avery don't get a win, they can start looking at first place here.
Scoreboards just changed a lot very quickly, I think. Happened really fast. That was nuts. Love to see him celebrating there. Audio on our feed was a little bit choppy, I think, but sometimes that's what happens when somebody yells in celebration. Discord's like, hey, that's a bit loud. Can we pipe that down? And then that's that's how it comes out. But what an awesome win. What an awesome reaction. And I kind of wish that I had headphone cables that long. He was like able to get up and pace there. My headphone cable ripped right out of my setup.
Totally. And what is with headphone cables that are like 5 inches long? It's like I need
that's
room for my neck
Pretty
to
much
move.
my situation here. Oh, I love watching Jazzy actually.
Let's go, Jazzy.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's so positive. Yeah, and it's always like she's surprised by her own success, but she's a good player.
She is.
It's awesome. Seeing the
Her and her
success.
boyfriend do some great reaction videos as well, and she has a gaming channel also where she does a ton of Let's Plays.
Yeah, I think she's been doing Among Us lately. Yeah. All right, nice work, Creek. Nice work, Creek. Do you think the wig helped?
We're good.
No, absolutely not. But I think he thinks it does. Creek got a great personality. He's really entertaining. He's one of those guys who's really been committed to the YouTube live gaming stream platform and then turning those streams and those moments into really good videos for his channel. It's a great strategy for creators. He's one of the really, I mean, for the Roblox side of things, he's one of, I think, kind of the better creators who takes advantage of that format. So great stuff from Creek. And unlucky, who is this? Who do we have here? It looks like there was a win. Oh, is this Marcel's
Basically, I do
reaction
work.
to Courage winning?
Oh, I think it might be.
I think that's what it is. Yep.
All right. I think. Okay, we'll take a look at this full amount. We can't skip over that, and then we'll have a scoreboard for you guys for the end of round 3 here, because these creators are really just running through games now, so they don't have to wait on us, which is fair. How's she doing? Jazzy, are you in the lead? I can't see what's on the other side. Oh, it could happen.
Going for the jump. She got the time.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. Good qualify. You know what? I think I'm Team Jazzy. I think.
Your Team Jazzy guys.
I just love the vibe. Yeah, she's so positive. That's awesome. This is another full round. Okay. We gotta take a look. Yeah, a lot of love for Creek in the chat. Definitely a fan favorite, I think.
Oh, he got a nice little jump up there, but he's just not gonna make it.
Just too many people too far ahead.
The Fro couldn't help. He's trying different hats.
It was the Fro that really did him dirty there. All right, should we take a look at the scoreboard for the end of round 3? If we can get that up, let everybody know where the standing is. And I also feel like I'm sort of anticipating it. Like, I don't know exactly what standings are right now. I'm like, who exactly is in the lead? How is everyone faring? I don't know. I want to see.
What's funny is I think you want to know more than everyone else. You're like, can we get these scoreboard stats? Can we please hurry? Okay,
there
for Alana,
it is.
just for you. Look at this. Typical Avery leading by 12 points now, but look at this Girthquake Courage, the leading scorer in this game, 64 points, 2 crowns. What a turnaround after 0 or 3 points the first round. That's incredible.
Yeah, some work from Courage there with those 2 crowns, and then obviously Della run there in 3rd place, not too far behind. Still got Jerome Zip, unfortunately, faring out about the same, generally getting 1 point around, which is a bummer. Yeah, it's looking like we're seeing the top 3 and the bottom 3 separate. The middle of the pack, there's still a lot going on there. We don't know who's going to qualify in what position. Definitely anyone's game for those sort of middling scores. But I think it's just the crowns just have such an impact. Maybe I'm completely wrong. You know, Courage could get no more crowns, and 3rd and 4th place could get only crowns. So it's intense.
And it's kind of what makes this nice, I think, as a format. You look at, okay, Fall Guys, I don't know how do you do it? How do you do a Fall Guys kind of esports style, competition? But I think this is really a great showcase of what it could be as far as how it would look. Because you're absolutely right. The goal of the game and what should be rewarded the most is getting the crown. If you do well and you get to the 5 rounds, that's great, but a lot of people can also do that. But winning is significantly harder, just to be the one person left standing. So the fact that that's actually driving up, like 2 crowns has put Courage in 2nd place, that makes sense to me. And I think the scoring is really rewarding that. So we'll see. Jazzy and them, they just got their 1st crown. If they get 2, they'll be right in the conversation. Still a few rounds to go. I think we're like in round 4-ish here. Maybe
I think different lobbies are sort of in different rounds, so it's kind of all over the place. But I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, getting the crown is, it's basically a battle royale. It's this is Fall Guys is just a new take on that genre where you are number 1 of 60. That's absolutely no small feat. Definitely happy with the weighting, and I do think it's also good that, like, just qualifying in different rounds and different layers, because you can also just get unlucky in a final round. I've seen it happen. Sometimes it can be chance based. Again, maybe what I'm just telling myself to comfort myself, I don't know, but that's how I'm feeling. All right, we got It's Funny and Kelsey here in the mosh pit.
For me,
absolutely moshing it out.
I'm that person who will just run and jump and try to be first right now. Like, I'll take the risk for the squad.
Oh, 2 goal. Oh, damn. Kelsey did not get through. No qualify for BuzzFeed multiplayer, but one of them still did, so that's all right. All right, we're back on your climbing here.
Nice.
Look at that game face.
I was gonna say, look at the French fry hair. I mean, that's awesome.
It is very nice. It is very good. Now I want fries.
Now I want French fry. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
with hold the hair, but the fries, please. Yeah. So he's trying to do a dive grab, which is, you got to get that perfect. You can see the grab little, like, circle, the white circle, like, kind of came up, but it's very hard. If you get it wrong, you'll just fall down and have to do the whole thing again.
Yeah, and he's just really getting slapped about by everyone else on those platforms right now, because they're all trying to go the same way, and when there's too many of you, you're going to have some trouble. So that is how it happens. All right, we've got
Big Fall Mountain here.
Katie here. Looks like 2 contenders. Not sure what teams we have. I wish I was doing a better job of remembering exactly what everyone's costumes are, but it's tough. Oh, that was a helpful yeet.
A huge yeet.
A positive yeet.
Positive yeetus.
If she can get through, this is definitely this is Katie Wilson. If she can get through without too many hiccups, you can take that. That's fine. You could probably even take another one. Is anyone on the other side? Oh, this looks good. Oh, Katie, what did you wait for? Okay. That means I think
80.
No, I don't think that was a competitor.
That's agony right there.
Oh, that sucks.
She rushed it. It was just a second that she needed to wait.
I think, I don't know. I feel like she didn't rush it. I feel like if she had have gone without waiting at all, she probably would have still been able to grab it. She was trying to play it too slow and then rushed on the end because everyone caught up behind her. But that is a huge bummer. Truly devastating. Absolutely sucks. All right, we've got
one of our top teams.
Typical Avery back here. Yeah, one of our top teams. Both probably comfortably going to qualify here. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, remember this, he's made it. He clearly made it through all, guys. So now we've got a chance to see a potential crown. This could change the game.
Man, the intensity of Fall Mountain. Got to watch out. Got nope. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
That's
Everyone
right,
on the
they're all
outside
getting held
actually got cleaned up. That strat, you would have thought getting bumped by that ball there would have hurt a lot more than it did. Just gotta get that monkey.
And you need.
Stupid flaily arms.
He looks like he's faster than everyone else. I don't know what it is.
Bro, where did that come
This
from?
corner is a corner of doom. We've seen that a lot.
I think this might be the only person in this particular lobby.
Wow.
Not great. Getting called out by his teammate there for sure. That's a bummer.
Little plot twist. I would have sworn the little monkey was the one who was in front.
Definitely for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Alright, got the imposters here.
You gotta time these out. They're not too hard though. I mean, you just go when they're falling down and you got them.
Only just qualified. Nice work. Love the energy from those two.
Okay, one of our leading teams yet again, both qualifying consistently. They're at the top of the lobby, but now it's JD, run, and of course, Girthquake. They are right behind them. So can
Girthquake. Such a name. Such a name. That's the title you went for. I don't know how I feel about it. Alright. Looks like they're probably both going to be just fine. Maybe typical gamer is a bit far back to get the qual here. I'm not sure.
Ooh. 0-30 though. I feel like they'll.
There's definitely a delay between the two gameplay feeds.
And, he got eliminated. That is the one little mistake they could not afford. And now they're going to lose out potentially on up to 5, maybe even 25 more points if potentially Typical is the one to grab the crown at the end. So that is a big deal.
Still happen if Avery gets it. Still possible.
Still possible, but you won't get the, you know, the points for Typical being in the round.
Yeah.
And it could be like, if it's not next round, that's 4 points and then another 5. That's the 9 points they could miss out here.
That's true. The imposters here going pretty smoothly with Slime Climb, looking pretty confident. Both pretty much keeping pace with each other too, which is interesting to see.
Does Creekcraft have another wig? My God.
Yeah, I think he maybe is dressed as Doc. That might be what's happened here. He might be rapping Dr. Disrespect. Not entirely sure, but that's the vibe. If he had the mustache that I'm getting, I don't know. That's what he's going for.
He should have had the mustache, yeah. With the, all the other kit, like, he can get a paste on mustache real quick, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Oh, Micro Guardian almost had a fumble there, but I think these guys are both just fine. Easy qual. Love the celebration at the end there. All right, we're back to Jazzy Guns here. Fruit Shoot can really screw you over. Can really screw you over. Can get very hairy. Is it just her? It is just her. Everyone else in the lobby's been eliminated by the looks of things.
Yeah, this is a really important Fruit Shoot because if she makes it, obviously, that could set her up for her second crown in a row. But we talked about the first part being so
I love that
deadly.
she says that as you say that as she screams.
I know. So she's got to make it here. Only 6 are qualifying. Bananas, apples, watermelons. Normally healthy for you. Want them in your body. This round, you want them anywhere but where you are. 6 remaining, 2 up front, and there's 4 up in front of her. She's in this little tie ball game. 2 next to her get knocked down. A pair comes flying in, but it is not a pair. It's going to hit her. 5 out of 6.
She's good. Very nice.
And she has a chance for a crown going back to back. Alana,
stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Yeah, good to see that from Jazzy. Absolutely. Lovely qualify there. Could have gotten hairy, but she was avoiding those fruit like a pro. We're very proud to see it. Big fan. Love seeing that get through there. So yeah, that's definitely an important one for the on-site buddies, which is Jazzy Guns and A Christine there. So they need to get more points in there for sure. And Jazzy Gun is currently carrying the team a bit. But
you could say that a little bit.
How it works out. How it works out. No shame to Christine. All right, we're back to the imposters here. Ooh, okay.
Huge stuff.
This could be a really big one. If she wins this, this could be absolutely huge. I feel like that was the right play. Smoothly avoided all the chaos there. Oh, no, this seems like it's going okay so far. Obviously, other people are further ahead,
That's right.
but not necessarily through any visible fault of our own. Not really many fumbles at all. That ninja just got taken out.
Alana, she's
Voided the
close.
donuts. Oh, that's a
no.
2 brutal setbacks.
Oh, but they got hit too. No. That's
Absolute
disappointing.
bummer. Yeah, it was looking really good there right until the very end, which that's how it happens. It's how it happens. Still got to that last round. That's a good amount of points. It's not a win. It's not going to push you into, necessarily first or second place. But apparently, in terms of who probably is in first place, it sounds like Courage is on 3 crowns now.
No, really?
Yeah, apparently after that terrible
Well, he's got a chance. He's got a chance for 3, I believe. I'm not sure if he's got his
on
third.
for 3.
Oh, I don't know
Could
what that
be
means.
currently developing, but yeah, that's crazy. Lots of points for old Girthquake out here.
And Avery here, though, really holding it down. Typical gamers not qualified. So remember, they're losing points on these rounds, but if Avery can get a crown, that will keep them most likely in the lead.
Yeah, probably 1 or 2 rounds left. It could be another full mountain directly here for Avery, who's definitely shown himself to be a very strong player. Definitely a strong contender. What do we got next? Definitely want to see if he's in his final round here and what it's going to be. I'd love to see a hexagon, Another full mountain. All right.
I agree.
I want to see what different people's strats are for hexagon.
Yeah, I
Totally. never know how to approach it.
Come on, bro.
No, it's kind of like the bane of my existence, to be honest. But I have found that there's this nice little hop jump, like 1 hexagon per jump, but it's kind of mechanically difficult for me on keyboard. I got to practice it a little bit more. Not sure how easy it is on PS4 or controller or whatever you're playing on, but honestly, this is a big moment for Avery, because if he gets this, they probably stay in the lead.
Yeah, it makes up for the loss. Ooh, but oh no.
Jeez, man.
Already getting
like
pushed back. I don't know if you can recover from this. I think that's probably
perfect.
too many people too far ahead. Another ball to the face.
Just jump off the map.
If there's someone else in their lobby is actually ahead of them too there, but it looks like it's probably going to be just a regular old player took the win there. So that's a bummer. That is a bummer.
Yeah, that is
very
going to
cool
be
looking ninja though.
It is.
Did
I am
look
not
cool.
gonna lie. That was pretty cool. Ninjas are cool, and that guy looked pretty cool as well.
Yep. Agreed.
We're getting close to these scoreboards, and here it is. Avery, look, they kept their score by 1. By 1 in first place. Now remember, first place and second place don't matter as much. Girthquake, Courage's team, Courage has 3 crowns in a row
get 3
now.
crowns.
And Dello Run, they are behind, so they will need some crowns. Ryu back, Onsite Buddies, the Imposters, they will need some crowns if they're going to get into this top 2.
Jerome Zip still at the end there by a pretty significant amount. Don't know if they're going to be able to recover, which is a huge bummer. But yeah, some competitive plays in the middle there. But it's crazy, those 3 crowns from Courage still didn't push them ahead, which is really because the team is currently in the lead. They just are actually qualifying for more rounds overall, whereas Courage is the stronger one on his team, apparently. So, having a teammate not qualify beyond, first or second round really takes it out of you. It's those just getting through it is very important. So, have more crowns, but you cannot win.
Totally. And it's going to be the good thing, though, is like, especially when you look at tie breaks or you look at like these finals, obviously these teams being able to get the crown is going to be the determining factor, right, for a lot of these teams. So Courage is showing that he's got no problem getting crowns. Like Avery and we obviously know 3. That's ridiculous after starting with only 3 points. He really has that's a competitor right there.
Yeah. We've got our Fry boys, Prohannes and Rico, heading into the crown at the top of the mountain, making their way. No one's in the lead thus far. Looks like Prohannes is probably a little bit further ahead. If he plays this right, which he devastatingly did not. I think that once you start getting up that ramp, it's hard to take the win away from. Oh, a lot of people failed the jump. That was way closer than I expected. But
man.
Yeah, a whole lobby got cleaned out there by just these crafty ninjas, man. These ninjas just keep taking those crowns. Keep taking the wins.
I mean, ninjas are always just sliding in and flipping and taking stuff. What's going on?
It's true. It's kind of their MO. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean,
how they get you.
like, give it a break, man. Just trying to
Just
cast some
calm
Fall Guys. Just calm down.
Yeah.
And you have to flip every
Alright.
time you're talking to me, okay?
Yeah. Typical gamer and Avery here. I think they got to get a crown to stay competitive. Both qualified. If I saw that
Agreed.
correctly. Yep. Both qualled. But they really need to actually get a dub in this one to compete with the powerhouse that is Courage. I did not realize he was that good at Fall Guys.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you honestly look at it. I know that he played a lot of Fall Guys, especially when Tim was playing quite a bit on his what is now apparently ESPN esports potential video documentary coming out about his attempts and the viral nature of him trying to get his first crown in Fall Guys and how kind of the world tuned in for that.
Yeah.
I know Courage was playing a lot during that time. I know he's got a ton of hours into the game. He's kind of a creator where I've noticed when he goes into something, he goes in 100%. And it creates just this really exciting atmosphere on his channel. And it also creates
Screwed Tim over though, right?
Around,
like, was Tim just like not
friends.
getting crowns because Courage was getting them all?
Oh my God, you might be. I think you might have been. You might have unlocked the code there. I'm not sure if Tim realizes that, but you might have unlocked the real reason.
It's really Courage's fault. Tim's not even that bad.
Yep.
2 more easy calls in this round. We got, looks like one person just further back there in that lobby. Is going to try and have to push through. But, yeah, more qualifications. Everybody's getting through, getting those points up.
So,
Bar of a major blunder, they're going to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just, you know, we're kind of getting towards the back end of the day. I kind of want to start asking a question around, you know, themes you've seen, you know, things that have worked for teams, things that haven't worked, takeaway so far. Kind of, we're getting into that sunset. So it is getting close to these teams separating themselves, and you know what needs to happen. What are you seeing working? What are you seeing not working from your professional analysis standpoint?
I feel like the teams who seem to be working together, that you can see them communicating a little bit more seriously, obviously really going for it, getting the wins. Obviously, we're seeing typical Avery in first place here, 117, because they're both qualifying. They're working together. Whereas, like I said earlier, with Girthquake, basically I Do Work is really the one that's pulling the team back, where Courage is so far ahead with more points than anyone else on the board. So from what I can tell, the teams who are taking things seriously are in the lead, but hey, I'm not going to shame anyone for having a good time. Everyone else is having fun. Jazzy Gun's got a crown, which is awesome to see. And then, you know, Jerome Zip down here, I don't know what their strat is. I hope they're having a great time. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope they're having a great time. I think that's a great thing as well. You know, it's all for charity. Remember, this is to celebrate charity. It's to celebrate Fall Guys Season 2 and the launch of that. So make sure if you haven't downloaded it, it's available, I believe, on PS4. It's available on Steam. Just Google where to download, and you will find what platform you could play on. And it's also just got some great new things. What they're actually playing, Alana, just to be very clear, is that there's a new show that was added in Season 2, which changes the things that you can play, the levels you have. This is gauntlet mode, so everything's a, you know, best man for himself. So it's a little harder. Notice there's no like soccer, there's no team games like egg games and stuff like that. It's all individual games about qualifying yourself. So if you really want to test your mettle, you could play the Gladiator show and kind of maybe even hype up the level for your stream, or maybe just for yourself if you enjoy that.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm happy to see the game evolve. Like, I love the content that's obviously been there so far, but as someone who has played a lot of this game, like I think I mentioned earlier, did a 9-hour stream one day. That was a long time to play Fall Guys, pretty much the whole time. Super fun, but yeah, it's awesome to see it evolve, stay fresh. It's been a cool one. My sister's not a gamer at all, but she's obviously in Australia. But she does have a PlayStation, and I got her into Fall Guys. Obviously, it's free on PlayStation Plus. So we've, you know, even though, again, she's not really much of a gamer, we've been getting in games, which has been really fun to play when you're in different countries, being remote. Yeah. It's a good time. And she picked it up really, really quickly. It's just, you know, really 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Very, very fun for anyone to play. Ooh, apparently, from the other side, obviously not seeing the gameplay right here, but Courage's crown streak has ended. He got eliminated there. Didn't get the 4 crowns in a row, which would have been crazy, to be fair. That would have been pretty brutal, but obviously we're checking out Avery and Typical Gamer here, who I would like to listen in on these guys, because that's my thought, is they're doing so well because they're really communicating.
Let's listen in.
It won't let me grab.
I got second. We're good.
It won't let me grab onto it, bro. I keep getting thrown.
Yeah, it has to be clear. No one's standing in front of it.
Yeah, that's fortunately not the case here. There's a million people here. I might not make this though.
Yeah, I think that's a better move.
I can't make him. So sorry, Avery.
No, you're good.
It's just very level-headed commentary from these two, you know, really.
Move it, people.
But this is bad luck from Typical. I don't feel like this is his fault. Just people in front of him over and over and over again. I mean, that was his fault. That one, okay, you just walked off the platform. But that was unlucky. That was unlucky.
I guess what I wanted to bring up about that, Alana, as we do have a crown, but those are that's really the only team that can catch, I think, Earthquake and take second place and put themselves in the finals, because they actually have decent points. They just have not won a crown yet. So if they win a crown, that will change everything for them and give them a huge bonus in points this round.
Didn't realize they hadn't.
I know.
That's nuts. Yeah, that's crazy to think about. Yeah, I mean, the scores across the board is just courage. Thank God for everyone else. Got to be feeling real lucky here.
No, I was so close. I was close.
The courage didn't get yet another crown, because that would have been tough. These anime cats killing me too, because you have to have won a certain amount of crowns to get that skin, I believe, or at least a lot of XP. So you know that the people who have that skin are a good players with a lot of experience. A little mech cat.
Let me take that back. Did Ryukar, he just got a crown? Is that what we just saw right there?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because I think that might have been him grabbing a crown, and they've actually were only 3 points behind Creekcraft and Micro Guardian. And by the way, this is who I was talking about. I apologize, I misspoke around whether Typical Gamer and Avery had gotten a crown. They both have gotten crowns. They're in the lead, but you're looking at this team here, not Avery, but I believe Creekcraft as well as Ryukar. They have a chance with a big crown in a big game to actually go ahead and get close to second and third place. So we'll see what happens after the scoreboard is shown for us.
Top three are pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got JD here. Oh, he got it!
Oh, that's huge!
Love to see it. Nice work.
Yeah.
And that should almost guarantee.
Let's go. Doesn't matter, but let's go. I like that.
So that's another one for Della Run, who are doing pretty well. They're just below 100 points, I believe, last we checked.
Yeah.
With Run JD Run especially, he was, almost at 90 points, I think. That's his second crown, maybe even third crown, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's an awesome play from him there. Very good stuff. All right, okay. What's gonna happen here, Avery?
Oh my God.
That's the yeet of time.
I got a knight with me.
This is where things get really competitive, right? Because it seems like no one would be able to compete with Courage, but that's the way the game happens.
And clearly the jump up there is like part of the big strategy. He's got someone tailing him though, and he gets taken out. He's got to jump, and he's just timing it out right. He's trying to get pushed down. He's been pushed. He's been sabotaged.
Just got bumped right off the edge. That's gotta hurt. So close in the lead. Doesn't it suck to be winning so well that the timing is off? You're so far ahead that you get timed out. That is absolutely brutal. But still awesome to see him get to the final round there. They need those points, and that's a good one to get points on. Missed out on the massive amount that you get for the crown, but still, final round qualify. Helps you get that competitive edge for sure. So we've got Buzz Funny here, who been a little bit further back. They're on 32 points, I believe, currently as their live score. Not doing so hot in their games at this point. Heading into, I believe they're in game 6 now, these two.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, I think so. I think this has all been round 6.
Oh my God.
And so if you're not gonna get your crown now, you're not gonna get it in the tournament, unfortunately. We've got a lead with Typical Gamer and Avery. They both got a couple of crowns each. We've got Courage, who's got 3 crowns himself. And basically I do work. And really it was Run JD Run and Delor who had the chance to maybe come back, but it's going to be close, and it feels like Courage and Team Girthquake are going to be the ones in second place here, moving on to the finals.
I think you're right. I think that we might have our top 2 might be guaranteed. Gotta confirm that on our end with our live scoring. We've got a team doing a lot of inputs here in a big old chart, so it could be the case. Not 100% positive, but it's definitely got competitive towards the end. Oh, Kelsey here getting seesawed. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. The seesaw is relentless. I think she'll still fall.
No.
Not
no, you got this, Kelsey. You got this.
Oh, no, that's going to stop sliding. Oh, not your fault. It was not your fault. That's why I hate seesaw, you know?
Yep.
People can just be so rude. You can't, you know, you're not only are you battling with other players, you're battling with physics.
You're battling
with
physics.
Just so
we all
rude.
know that's a hard battle to win.
It is. You can't really beat physics. That's what they say. Gravity, you know, it's just... All right, here's the latest scoreboard. First place, as we suspect, we've got Team Avery with 117 points, 2 crowns across the teams there. And then Girthquake in second place at 109. 3 crowns for Courage. Basically, I do work only at 15 points. Not that far off from how Delaware was doing there, though. Delaware only had 3, so...
Yeah,
and
I think
it's been competitive.
It's been great. Honestly, everyone has had really nice moments. I mean, Jazzy's had some amazing moments. We've seen so many different creators have experiences that have kind of like taken us out of our seats a little bit. But really, like, it's the story of the balanced team of Avery and Typical Gamer, and then Courage, who's kind of like a one-man show right now. Delaware only with like 8 to 14 points max out of 6 rounds. And so it's going to be interesting, like the different styles of how they've been succeeding. Winning crowns, but your teammate not necessarily being as qualified, and then the 2 teammates who almost always qualify and kind of win crowns quite a bit.
I think that's, you know, credit to the organizers who are working on those teams to have them be a little bit more balanced. Looks like we're about to get a win here. This is so clean. Okay. You got the time to wait. Just don't do this jump up. Nice win.
Nice.
So tight. You barely got hit at all. Just straight through with the Fryboy win. They did have someone from the other team in their lobby there who obviously just lost out on a huge amount of points because they were the ones getting the crown. Interesting note from our producers here. Run JD Run got to the final round in every single game but one. What a performance.
Wow.
That's very impressive stuff. Didn't necessarily get crowns across the board, but did get 2. And 84 points total, which actually means probably if you removed the crowns, Run JD Run might be our I would say like furthest performing, the one who got through the most rounds, just at a minus there because
you're
Courage
right.
got that extra crown.
You're absolutely right, because Courage has an extra, 20 to 40 points there based on just crowns alone.
Yeah.
And JD only has the 1, so absolutely, he is by far, as far as consistency over rounds, been our best player today, which is pretty awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, props to him for sure, but totally worth pointing out. It does look like our final teams probably are going to be Typical, Avery, and Girthquake. It seems unlikely that that's going to change heading into our finals. Could have some upset here, but it looks like the top 2 are very, very likely here. Obviously, the imposters who are looking at right now, he got his mustache.
Finally, I was going to say.
Yeah, where was the stash, bro?
Yeah.
Probably gonna have a bit of trouble catching up now, but they've been a fun one to watch. Definitely, could we just like give Creek just an extra point for the good costumes?
I'm not mad at that. I mean, he's done more costume changes than anybody in this lobby all day, and in just 2 hours, less than 2 hours. So I gotta say, he deserves.
I respect it, man. I respect
consolation prize.
A lot of love for Creek in the chat. A lot of love for Team Jazzy as well, who has been certainly one of my favorites here. Doing a great job. We've seen some very strong reaction from Rico there. Something just went down. It's got our Fry boys here, Bro Hennis and Rico. What's happening? Why is he stop playing? Can we hear what they're talking about here?
She was like, so, how do you all guys? I was like, we got this in the bag.
That's too funny.
Everybody, I hope everybody does well.
Pop quiz random interview. Oh, Jazzy, how do you feel?
I mean, Are we listening to this? It feels like
I
this
think we
can't
might be listening
bro.
to their
That's
lobby
gotta
because
be-
I think we're hearing Jazzy and Christine
Rico doesn't look very
there.
happy.
I don't know what happened. What happened to him?
Yeah.
He is upset, but I'm unclear on what went down.
Yeah.
Did he
It
just
makes me
throw
wanna
the
know more.
game?
I want to know more.
Very curious. Very curious. Unclear on the strat there. Oh, okay. I was like, where is Courage? We've just swapped to Courage's gameplay, but he's left.
Probably on a bit of a bathroom break, or
Hey,
you know.
I respect it. You're allowed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ah, Christine just got eliminated there. Very close. That always sucks to see. She's so close to getting through. That's a huge bummer.
Great Guardian Creekcraft again, season 2, new levels in Fall Guys, and got Night Fever. Or, Night. I tried to do an Australian accent, it just wasn't going to happen right there, Alana. I apologize.
Oh, that's what you were trying to do?
Yeah, the keyword is try on that
Oh,
one.
didn't realize
execute.
that's.
No.
You can workshop it and get back to me. If I were to say
Okay.
Night Fever in a very Australian accent, it'd be Night Fever.
Night Fever.
You got night fever here.
Night Fever here.
Okay.
Night Fever here. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'll
good.
work on
It's
it.
pretty good.
I'll
Yeah.
workshop
A
it.
point for you too.
and,
You can get 20 points.
oh,
There's your crown.
Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Yeah,
these
these
guys
guys-
are fun to watch. A lot of love in the
They are.
community, for sure. But
Here.
don't think they've had the competitive edge for the imposters, which is our team here. Towards the end, probably, yeah, 2 qualifies here. Very nice. Did get through. That still nets you some significant points. Because the middle of that leaderboard is still evening out. You know, people still want to qualify as high as they can. It's not necessarily about getting to the very final. It's just about staying competitive. But this is our currently, I think, still winning team.
Yeah.
Typical Gamer and Avery.
And why not? I mean, keep getting the reps, keep warming up, getting ready for those finals. You know that they are obviously going to be making it. They've been the top team in the lobby the entire day. And part of it is just their consistency. They both are extremely good and extremely reliable at this game and qualifying for nearly every round. So they're a team to watch.
Honestly, just watching what Typical Gamer was doing there
Yeah.
was so different to the way that I make those jumps in the whirling gig. Like, he was timing them so much faster. I wait more. I'm like, oh,
Right,
wait for
totally.
the thing. He was just like falling over them. That's actually really interesting to see. He's like, well, I see where my room for improvement is. I appreciate it.
I know, you got to be a little risky, right? I feel like this is what these players are teaching us. Sometimes, you know, that jump dive, it looks like, oh no, I'm not going to risk that. Like, that's the thing that separates you from the crowd, and then it makes it the rest of the round really easy. So it may seem like a bit of a risk, but really the reward is so much higher if you learn how to make it. And that's kind of the cool part about Fall Guys. There was an interesting thing, Alana, I don't know how you feel about it, but there was kind of an interesting conversation. A few videos went viral about people try hard sweating in Fall Guys, and a guy was saying you shouldn't try hard in a game like this, and it got a lot of heat from both sides saying, well, yeah, there should be games that are casual, and there's also like, hey, if you want a game, you can game the way you want. If you want to be super try hard, you can do it. Do you have any opinion on that, or do you feel like, you know,
I think my stance would be play however you want. Yeah, I think like, you know, it is a multiplayer game. You're allowed to grief if you want to. Anyone else who's playing it, you know, goes in knowing that. My stance towards this game is definitely always just want to have fun. I would help my teammates win before trying to necessarily get a crown myself. Because I like, you know, just sharing in the joy of others. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with trying hard. I don't think that's embarrassing. It's a competitive game. It's multiplayer. It's battle royale. That's the aim, really. So I think it makes perfect sense.
It's
more
just
qualifies from these two here.
I think
Definitely our leading team. Really helping each other out. Another round over. Things are moving really quickly. Really quickly.
And currently, these guys are just playing for fun, just to give everyone an update on where we're at with the tournament. The finals coming up soon, and they are playing these rounds until we get those lobbies set up for them. $100,000 for the winner on their behalf to UNICEF, and 2 real-life crowns being sent to them. I'm sure that they'll be making big deals about when they arrive on social media and on YouTube. But Alana, I mean, the finals, they'll look almost exactly like what we saw here. There'll be 2 teams, and instead of playing 4 or 5, 6 rounds, they'll play 2 rounds. They'll be matched up in the same lobby. The scores will be the exact same. So you win a crown, you get a ton of points. Every point for you qualifying for an extra round gets added to your total score. And there'll be a tiebreaker if they are somehow tied, which I think, again, looking at these scores, kind of unlikely. but it will basically be nominate somebody, and then last player standing from that nomination, their team wins. So ultimately, potential of 3 rounds, but most likely just 2 rounds, and highest score wins.
Yeah, I think you're right in saying a tie is unlikely. The disparity is pretty big at this point with typical Avery. I believe currently at 123, Earthquake at 109.
Yeah.
It seems like there's probably not going to be a tiebreaker. That math I don't think works out. Oh, an elimination for Creekcraft there. That's a bummer. But hey, it happens. Everyone's having fun. Seem to be having a great time. We have our final scoreboard ready for you guys. Here it is. The actual update is typical Avery 123 with 2 crowns. Earthquake at 109 with 3 crowns. Delarun, did have a chance there with JD Run's insane performance. Such good work there, but a little bit let down there. And then the Imposters in 4th, and Ryu back in 5th place. It's
overall,
is this what we expected? How do we think we?
This is what I expected. I think I got thrown off a little bit by MMG and Choidan, them spectating someone winning a crown when I thought it was them. But everyone else who was at the top, typical Avery, typical Gamer, and typical Avery, Avery, and then of course Courage, who's been kind of a very loud Fall Guys player. As far as he's played Fall Guys. You've seen him stream it. You've seen him talk about it. You've seen him be involved in the Tim the Tatman stuff. So I knew these guys from a gaming perspective, and then from we're probably going to be at the top. I'd say that the biggest dark horse for me was how well JD did. I mean, that was an incredible solo performance.
Oh, yeah.
And I would have expected Delor to have a little bit more umph in these first few rounds. I know he's typically more in more the variety kind of shooter, more competitive style games. Fall Guys may not have been his focus, but I did expect that. But yeah, I mean, the lobby's kind of shaped out the way I was kind of thinking it would, Alana.
Hey, I really didn't know what I was thinking. We're going to jump back to gameplay while we set up the final here, because we do have those 2 teams that have actually been decided with Earthquake and Delarun. Honestly, those 3 crowns in a row from Courage, just absolutely nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would have been crazy to see him get a 4th in a row, but did get an elimination in there to really even things out. But you're right, like, these teams that ended up being in the lead, typical Avery, they were pretty evenly matched. Like, they had 1 crown each. Yeah. Typical game of 56 points, Avery 67 points. Whereas Courage and basically I Do Work was definitely led by Courage with the crowns, and then Delarun was definitely led by JD with those 84 points with the 2 crowns. So yeah, it's just been very, very interesting to see how those different teammates played differently. I think right now we're getting a lot of love for the on-site buddies in the chat. Unclear. I think you're memeing me, chat, so I'm not sure what the meme is, but I believe that support for Jazzy Guns and A. Christine, who, Jazzy Guns did get an awesome crown in there too, 53 points. So she was a fun one to watch. Definitely one of my favorites there as well. A lot of good vibes, certainly across the board. I think we saw the most laughs from people like Creek. Jazzy, a lot of laughs from Kelsey and Busby multiplayer. So
yeah,
definitely good to see. Across the board, everyone seems to be in good spirits. But people having a great time out here. This is for a good cause. Proceeds going to UNICEF from the winning team, and they get those cool wearable crowns as well. So
yeah, and I
exciting stuff across the board.
I think what's cool is that we're also seeing just a ton of creators showcasing not only what the community is on YouTube gaming and YouTube in general, but the power of, what a show is in the modern world. Because we typically have thought of shows and TVs and collaborations and fundraising events as these heavy media things where if you're not looking at it on television, you're not looking at it, with Tom Cruise and some other person, you're not really raising money. But it's this whole redefining of what it really means. I mean, YouTube gaming and YouTube in general is one of the biggest media platforms in the entire world. The billions and billions of hours watched and billions of gaming hours watched. And I think getting these gamers, seeing the power that they have, getting this UNICEF $100,000 donation on their behalf, and really just playing games, putting on a show for people who enjoy the new season coming out a lot. It's been awesome to see the power of what YouTube and YouTube gaming brings to the world and how much of an impact it can actually have.
Honestly, shout out to Super Chat. Super Chat is a super chat for good. Sorry, it's a fantastic feature. And the fact that you can raise money locally, like with that just embedded in YouTube, is something that, as a person who tries to do a lot of charity streams, has been awesome for me. So you know, creators can embed that. If you didn't know about that, it's such a cool feature. A certain amount of charities, and they keep updating it. And different countries that are eligible. So there's definitely a few things that you need to look at there. But it's such a nice way to integrate raising money for good causes. And there's one thing that I always think about when, you know, we're here. Someone here is going to be donating $100,000 to UNICEF basically by virtue of winning. I feel like gamers sometimes kind of get a bad rap in mainstream media, but gamers raise a lot of money. You know, gamers are the ones doing Extra Life every year, raising millions of dollars for kids. We do good stuff. We do good stuff, and I feel like that we need to, you know, maybe praise ourselves for that a little bit more. But you know, right now, competition's still ongoing. It sounds like our finalists are in the lobby. Let's take a look. Would love to hear how they're feeling right now, for sure.
Yeah, maybe we could sit on some team comms for the first part of this, just to kind of get a little bit of a tease as we do head into the finals. So let's head into that.
Are they gonna let us know that we're finals?
No, they did.
Come on.
They said that.
Right away. So we're most likely all gonna make it. Most likely. I like that the thumbnail doesn't post sometimes, so you're just like, ah, bet. Alright, here we go, kid. Night Fever. Navigate the medieval obstacles and race to the finish line.
Let's do this, Avery.
Yes, sir.
We've gotten like 3-4 wins. We can do this. For the foot, chat, the finals!
Is it finals?
Have begun!
Is it final foot?
I just got knocked off.
You're vibing. I got a little jester behind me. He's kind of doing it, not gonna lie.
I'm really focused right now.
You're good. I'm in first.
I just died. We're good.
I got qualled.
You're the only one that's called so far. That's crazy.
We're in there.
Good.
Come on, baby.
You qual?
You got this. You got this. Yeah.
I'm going.
You got this.
I qual. Easy qual.
You got it?
Yep.
Let's go.
Easy qual.
Let's go.
One round at a time, Marcel. One round at a time, dude. Come on. And that was a map that was in your head earlier, dude. You've evolved now. What are their Fall Guys names? They're the Knights with Red Skin.
And it always gives us room to... No, because you can't, like, insta-die on first round if you think about it.
No, you can't. It's hard.
We've had
fully agree
everyone qualified. So everyone is through.
Yep.
Some nice words between Courage and his teammate there, just supporting each other. Courage and Marcel. So,
look, man,
yep,
we did better
pretty,
than
pretty easy qualifications for all of them.
The
overall
tournament,
tournament.
yeah, no, we're
really
consistent.
good players.
First place,
And
that'd be
this is
extra
also what I
bonus
was
points.
thinking. I mean, Night Fever is not a hard
A nice little
first
gold
round
medal off the rip
qualification. I think it's an incredibly challenging 25-person qualification, but it is for a 43-person qualification. It gives you a lot of wiggle room to get back past the thick bonkus. I know you almost had me saying chungus there, but the thick bonkus that delays so many teams. But yeah, so far everyone doing pretty well. This is going to be a competitive lobby, you know that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, very serious strats going on. If our math is correct, probably about half an hour left before we've actually got our winner decided. Still a pretty significant disparity in our phase 2 teams. But you know, they're starting over. We've got quals so far, so everyone is through equal points as far as phase 2 is concerned. But from the phase 1 scores, still a bit of a split with typical Avery at 123 and Girthquake at 109. Just have to see how all this stuff works out at the end here. Look how serious they are. I love it. You can feel the tension.
You can. Avery and Typical Gamer doing a good job, and just a little bit of a hesitation, but he's going to get locked behind the doors. He's going to slide this one down. As long as he gets the timing and the jump right, he'll be fine. And he picks his door right side. He'll qualify.
Nice work.
And they're in. Courage and Marcel, I'm not quite sure, though.
But I think so. He was
for the hot dog.
He was a beta. Dog, right? No, he was a beta.
They probably are.
We got to get a camera on them
Look
next,
at the
next
lobby.
round. See where they're at.
I know he's there. He's in the bottom left. That's him.
I think everyone's doing okay.
He's a half hot dog.
Fruit shoot.
Oh yeah, fruit shoot is a
All right,
big
so
yeah, there we go.
Big qualified.
Chance here.
I don't know if Marcel is out yet,
Or that.
but I feel like
Yeah, I
given the
guess
fact
Marcel's
that-
a bit more of a
It
question
should be
mark
fruit shoot.
in this one.
Good.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be the
true.
difference,
We know what we need to do.
Alana. If they're
You know what we need to do?
staying even, or if Marcel drops and then Courage keeps going, the difference is going to be the crown. Because if Courage can keep grabbing those crowns, it really doesn't matter if Marcel drops out on some of these harder rounds, which has happened earlier in the first 6 games.
Yeah. Yeah, if Courage can get a win here, that makes a huge difference with these teams. These
Stay up,
two
stay
big
up, come
teams in the same lobby. The competition,
We got this, we got
just takes
this.
on a different form. Because previously,
No
you know, they weren't
way.
necessarily
You're good,
playing
you're
with
good,
such
you're good,
competitive
you're good.
teams. So it is all 4 of them.
Bro.
I've made it through to fruit shoot here. Which, you know, this one you can get unlucky. You can
You're
just
vibing,
get
dude. You're vibing.
hit by flying fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Never would have thought that'd be
I'm
one of the
definitely
struggles
not
I'd be dealing with in 2020, but here we are.
So Typical Gamer's in trouble. Avery, he's going to qualify. But Typical Gamer's in trouble, and
Let's go, Marcel.
Courage
Let's
is
go.
qualified
Come on,
as
baby,
well.
legends are
We
made,
don't know about
Marcel.
Marcel, but we do know that
Oh, he
He didn't make
Courage.
it. He didn't make it.
and
Let's go,
Avery
let's
have
go,
made it.
let's
So
go,
at least
let's
one
go.
representative.
We're
I
up.
don't believe Typical Gamer
It's-
is in.
Bro, I hate
Sounds
that.
like
eliminated.
Typical Gamer got eliminated. All right, that means it's all on Avery.
Smacked by a bunch of
All on
fruits in
Avery
6
heading into the
plays.
next round to stay in, support his
Alright,
team,
if
get
I
points for his
win
team,
this- I think there's another round, right?
make sure they can.
Yeah.
If I win, I qualify
Keep
this
getting
round and
through.
win the entire game. We're still in it. Like by well, like,
Yep,
we're
as
in it
Avery
in a
just
good
said, if
way.
he wins the entire game, they're still in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is I might get griefed here. Tiptoe, no shot. I don't get griefed. I might have to make a play. Like I'm not even kidding.
No, I played safe, man.
Playing it safe. That might be knocking them out.
Dude, like I hate fruit shoot, dude.
Ooh, baby, I love the way.
It's got to be left, I think.
All right, so it does look like
Yep.
basically I Do Work and Courage are still alive because he's
Can
got
you push
2
a little bit?
teammates, and we
You're
know that
fine. You're chilling, bro.
Avery is not there.
No one wants
So
to be
this
the
is a-
one to go.
No one wants to.
Very
Typical Game is
strategic.
the one that's
No
not
one's
there,
even
right?
close.
Typical Gamers is not the one there, exactly. So Avery's
Yeah.
alive, and then
Okay,
Courage,
one up more.
and basically I Do Work. So
Is it right, you
Courage
think?
has a teammate.
Nope. Left,
Avery's
left,
by
left,
himself,
left.
which is
I got
why
pushed,
he's
I
worried
got
about
pushed.
getting
You're
griefed
okay,
here.
you're okay. One up more.
It's
Run
very
back
much
here, no one's
stacked
right
against
yet, no one's
Avery
scared.
because he can keep these
Nope,
points even if
I
he
got
gets
pushed, I got
through, because
pushed.
obviously they're losing the points they would get for every round that
Everyone's scared.
Typical Gamer could have qualified for. So losing out that early
Not forward and
is a
then
pretty
left.
significant point
So,
loss. They're still
it's
alright
either
because
left
they
or
are
forward. It's left,
pretty
it's left,
far
it's left.
ahead. But
Eliminated. I
ooh,
got eliminated.
ooh,
Oh, and
That's dope.
Avery's eliminated.
unlucky. I mean, as long as
You're like,
basically I Do
He
Work
didn't
and
make it.
Courage
He didn't make
here.
it. He didn't make it.
Watch.
He didn't make it.
Oh.
No, he didn't make it.
Let's
He didn't make it.
Come on, Marcel!
That's
swear
a
to God, he didn't make
celebration
it.
from Courage there.
Well, come on.
That's
Looks like
huge.
yeah, basically I Do Work's feed is just a
Come
little
on.
bit behind.
Let's
So
go.
Give me Fall Mountain, baby.
but
Come
there
on.
you go.
Come on.
That's
Come on.
crazy
Give me Fall
stuff.
Mountain, baby.
Let's
That
go.
is
Courage
huge.
is asking
go.
for Full Mountain. That's what he gets. Let's see if we're gonna
Come
get another
on.
crown. I reckon we
I know what has to be done.
we single in on Courage's gameplay here because a
I'm going
crown
left,
is
Marcel.
another one is really gonna win
I
it.
wasn't paying attention.
I think you're
I
just
mean,
to
that
the
would
right of me.
be almost an insurmountable victory unless
Yep.
they did the exact
far.
same thing next round, Avery and Typical Gamer. So Courage winning this here could put himself in a position and his team to win $100,000 for charity.
I'm very excited to watch Courage
I get knocked
really go
over?
through this
You're
whole
good,
thing
you're
now
good,
that we've got less teams competing.
Keep vibing,
Obviously,
brother.
just these 2 finalists because I want to see
You're
how
good
does
right
he
now?
keep
You're
getting
lead.
these
I'm
wins on Full Mountain.
I got hit by a ball.
He seems
so
very
I'm
Seems to be,
confident.
You're good, you're
you
good,
know,
you're good.
just
I'm getting
zigzagging,
stuck.
paying attention to his surroundings, all the stuff that would seem obvious.
You're good.
I'm
You're
not
vibing.
seeing any
that's
cheeky
not what you
strat.
want.
That's a setback, but it's all right. It's his only setback. Got the timing down.
You're vibing right now.
And he's going to be there.
I think he's
gonna
in the
have a chance.
lead.
Oh,
He may get this.
Didn't make it.
No.
Look,
They still get the points for both getting to this final round, which is significant when both the other teammates, sorry, their competitors, drop. So that's still a lot of points. Still gonna help them out. It's gonna even things out a little bit closer, actually. But
10 points each.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 10 points each, getting them into that final round. There. That means that in that last round, Girthquake got 20 points. And typical Avery only got 9, so that definitely punishes the lead.
Yeah, there's an issue with the way that, you know, I think Typical and Avery unfortunately couldn't qualify into that final round. Not even one of them to mitigate the scores there. They're going to have to hope for courage and basically I do work to have some type of failure or to grief them in some way. But in my opinion, it's a little risky. I feel like Avery and when you look at the way Typical Gamer have been playing, Alana, they're so consistent. They might have just had a bad round. If you do it again, you both make it. You guys are probably 2 of the best players in the lobby for sure. And you qualify or you grab that crown or at least tie what Courage and them did, you will have a chance. But it feels like a tie may not be good enough if Courage and them stay with you. So you do have to think this is a crown or bust here if we're going to win.
Anyone's game. It's still pretty up in the air. That was a lot more dramatic than I expected, honestly. And you could definitely hear Avery when he got eliminated, did not expect that elimination, really thought he was going to qualify. So yeah, not how I expected. Thought it would be a bit closer. Thought we were going to see both teams qualify until the very end. So there is a point disparity, but there's been a point disparity the whole way. So Courage and basically I Do Work have won the first game in phase 2 in our finals that are really shaping up here with these 2 incredible teams with very impressive plays that, again, I just feel like I'm terrible at this game. I knew it, but confirmation.
Right. We knew it. I mean, I knew it too, but like now I really know it. Just you know, you can't run from the truth anymore. But these players have something kind of special going on. You're right. It was more competitive than I assumed. The score's 20-9, 10 points each. And Avery has 6, obviously Typical Gamer has 3. So that means that Typical and Avery have to get 11 points over what Courage and basically I Do Work in order to even win, and to tie, excuse me. And so this next round, if basically I Do Work and Courage just stay with what Avery do and Typical Gamer, they will win the $100,000. So it's kind of a real strategic question, Alana. I know we're not the experts, but in your mind, do you just play for yourself or do you try to grief them and say, let's just make sure they don't qualify?
Oh, it's so hard to say. I feel like I would play for myself. Keep making sure that I am just focusing on full, you know, completion, because you can't guarantee a crown. I think it's a lot easier to just qualify until final round, which is something I frequently do, but very rarely get the crown. So I think that's something that is just a little bit more reliable. I feel like you're taking a risk if you're briefing and just focusing on planning for one person to get a crown. But hey, I'm hoping one of them gets them in this next round. Really give, you know, a bit more of an edge to our phase 2 of the competition here. It seems like everyone right now is doing pretty well. I think Avery's in the lead of all of our people in this particular lobby. No, there is someone ahead of it. Might be Courage. I gotta pay attention to their skins, but I think everyone's gonna qualify.
But just be careful, the wizard.
Oh, it might have been Typical Gamer. It's just the disparity in their feeds being a little bit different because we're pulling them from, you know, their various streams. Might have been what happened there, but
no, not at all.
Qualifies across the board by the looks of things.
Basically, I Do Work, Alana, that
he was the one who was in the lead?
And you know what's so funny is he's had such an interesting change of his performance. It was all the Courage show, and now basically I Do Work is the one qualifying ahead of most of them every round. So huge unexpected points coming through from Marcel, and I think that's changing the dynamic here, putting Typical Gamer and Avery under a bit of pressure.
Come on. Would like to see everyone qualify so we can get a really competitive final round here. I think that's what I would like to see happen. Yeah, just
that would be great.
Something very intense going on. I like this round too.
I do.
Yeah. Playing without team games definitely gives everything a different spin. Different pace to these games. So much more pressure on yourself too. You know, you can't depend on other people anywhere near as much. You can really just offer words of support.
Exactly.
There's not much else you can do. Whereas I feel like this would be a very different competition. if we were seeing team games at play as well with these open lobbies.
And you could tell it is more competitive, right? It is a little bit more try hard, and it is, you know, gears itself for people who want to play that way, which is very important. Unfortunately, though, Avery doesn't look like he's going to make it, and neither is Courage.
Got eliminated.
But it does look like basically I Do Work and Typical Gamer have made it through to the next round.
I've never seen them do that.
So it's really up to Typical Gamer here. He's got to get 11 points more than them, and he's lost his teammate.
They like went in like a line. I've never seen them do that.
Yeah, didn't expect that to happen. That's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
It's your big shot now.
Courage really dropped back there when we were thinking maybe he'd be up for another crown.
And Avery not qualifying has got to hurt them. I mean, if Avery and Typical Gamer qualify right there, I mean, we're at a tie ball game essentially. But oh my goodness, this is going to be a lot.
Yeah, that's still not sure exactly what's going to happen, but it could even out here. It could even out if one of
off, bro. I hate this.
If basically Do Work gets kicked here, and Typical Gamer is the one pushing through, you know. Oh, are they both qualified? We may have misread that. It looks like Avery and Typical Gamer still both in it. Yeah, Avery's still there.
Okay,
so,
all right, beautiful.
So this should be our sort of evener out here. This is their chance to for Typical Avery catch up.
That's Strawberry. Did he hit you?
And it looks like they just might. I mean, there's 18 to qualify. There's no way he's not going to get through there. A ridiculous turn of bananas occur.
This is only the second time out of this entire tournament as well that Courage hasn't got past round 2.
Alana, just hold that thought real quick.
Wow.
I don't think basically I Do Work is going to make it, and now Avery.
Oh, what a turn!
And Typical Gamer have a chance to tie it up here.
I hope it's
wow. I mean, if they get a crown here, that's done. That evens things out so intensely.
Don't get too happy.
Wow, I did not expect that. This is a good final. I don't know what's going to happen. That's awesome. But yeah, only the second time Courage hasn't got past round 2. Really let everyone down in the final rounds here in phase 2.
Anything but tic-tac-toe.
Or tiptoe.
Hopefully Typical Gamer and Avery can pull through, make it competitive. But so far they're already racking up points.
We just have to
it looks good for them.
We win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Should we listen to that strat here? We want to listen
I
in.
think that's the math.
I think so.
Off your math, I'm fine with whatever. Just, dude, literally.
Because you made it to this round. Oh no. Yeah. No. I think that's right. Can someone do the math, please? Somebody do the math, please. I made it over.
Apparently, if the math is correct,
I don't know. Don't worry. Don't worry what I'm saying.
One of these guys get through, they've won.
Okay, maybe. Oh no.
No, you got this, bro. Come on.
If your math is correct, really.
Dubs only, all right?
Yep.
Yes,
if one of the Typical get through, Typical Avery get through.
We got so much time. 10 people call.
They will even out to have won. Yeah, which
so those extra points. Oh no.
Yeah, those extra points from before. This a lot riding on this, and I feel like it's probably pretty likely this round is tough for TU. They don't have the experience with it. But that's what I think is the case here.
And it could be Avery here. Oh, who's got a little strategy. He's going on the highest one to be able to get it. And this is going to almost guarantee it, Alana. If he makes this jump and grabs, he's going to be able to pull up.
Qualify.
This should be it. This should be the victory.
I get it. That is correct. We definitely got to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that is a win for Typical Avery. Such a letdown for Girthquake there that nobody could have seen coming.
You're good.
And you know what? I think we can almost guarantee, right? Even if that's not, if Typical Gamer gets through, then that's almost got to be, right? I mean, it's almost got to be here. And it looks like he will. Looks like Typical Gamer is going to Avery's feet a little bit ahead of him, but they both get through, and that is almost guaranteed.
That is a lot of points. That is a lot of points.
I don't know.
I think they're in the same spot as us. Typical Gamer standing up here being like, oh my god, did we win? I think they have. We've got people behind the scenes crunching the numbers, checking out what's happened, but I'm pretty sure they won.
I don't know. Is that a dub?
Pretty confident. We'll have to wait on absolute confirmation there. Math is hard, you guys. You know, it's tough.
The game and we don't even need math.
I think they did, though.
And Avery looking like they just won $100,000. We're not going to confirm, but it just seems like that's the case. donated to UNICEF here at the YouTube Gaming Fall Guys Season 2 celebration.
Yeah, we just upped this to.
Alana.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Typical Avery at 29 points there. Girthquake at 24, but the numbers we got to figure out here are more
I got out, right?
how much they needed to get versus other people even qualifying in the next rounds. Obviously, a crown here on Full Mountain would really seal the deal. We have seen Avery do well in Full Mountain before, I believe. So that's, you know, still potentially something riding on this. We think they might have already won, but no point giving up just yet. Nobody's positive.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it, right? You still got to try here for the Fall Mountain.
So. Absolutely, and Avery's already got a really smooth run. Both of them are really actually, and this is the strat that I definitely like to play with my friends, is one go left and one go right. That way, you can't both really get destroyed by the same balls. Like Avery just got destroyed there. It happens. There's nothing you can really do about it. I don't think that's the sign of a bad player. Obviously, he's incredibly skilled. It does look like neither of these guys are going to get the crown on this one. It seems. Yeah, eliminated. They did get there. Both got through, but not the absolutely confident win that they thought it would be. But I'm pretty sure they took the win overall. I'm pretty sure that's what's just happened here. They definitely seem to be celebrating. We got to get confirmation from our team here to make sure that they absolutely won. It seems like their community might have figured it out. But I don't want to jump the gun in case we're wrong. I've seen that happen in reality TV shows, and it's terrifying.
I know. Everything that we've said, according to what we know, is correct. So there may be some rule that we don't, but from our understanding, it's best you play 2 games and the top score after those 2 games. And it's definitely going to typical gamer and Avery, who have the top score over Courage. And basically, I do work. It was a little bit of a surprise elimination by Courage and Marcel, who had such a great first round. Alana, that kind of took, I think, Avery and typical gamer off guard, but then that second round, I mean, it was just a complete 180 right back to what they had been doing, staying at the top of the lobby. Just excellent from both of them, and almost getting a crown each.
Definitely like a very unpredictable result. Didn't expect that to happen, like you just said. Didn't expect Courage to get kicked where he did there. Was wondering if he would pull through in this phase 2, these final scorings between these 2 very competitive teams, and get a crown, as we'd seen him do again 3 times in a row. Courage is a very strong player across the board. Very scary, surely, for both Typical Gamer and Avery to be up against. But it really seems like both of those guys getting through to their Full Mountain, not getting the crown, should have pulled them through. We've been told we're still making sure that everything's confirmed on our back end here before we 100% jump the gun. But that does seem like what's happened. And this has just been wild to watch this play out. You know. A lot of really impressive work across the board from all of these teams. A lot of great teamwork. Didn't seem like anyone was being too aggressive across one another. But just to remind you guys what they're actually winning, we can take a look at the prize on screen here. $100,000 for UNICEF, which is a great cause. We love to see it.
Amazing.
Awesome to have that in your name. And then these 2 wearable crowns that I'm so jealous of. Because they're actual Fall Guys crowns. They're so cool.
So great. I wonder if they're going to be heavy. Don't they look like they are just kind of weighty?
They do look solid. I don't know that these images are real. Not sure if you noticed that, Evan, but I think they might not be.
Oh, no.
This might be rendered. Yeah, that's just the vibe I'm getting. I'm sorry to be the one to inform that. To inform you of that.
Just such a good render.
Hey, the internet plays tricks. I get it, but I hope they get those boxes too. I don't know if I'd be willing to wear it. These things got to be super valuable as well, because
I know
I've never seen them before. It's so cool.
I know. Just take
very exciting.
I mean, I think that would be a cool thing to have in the back of the stream, especially if you play a lot of Fall Guys, which you know these guys do every now and then. It's an amazing game. If you guys haven't checked it out, I mean, I don't know where you've been around the world. This is one of the most popular games in the world right now. Season 2 just launched, medieval theme, 4 new levels, so we've been covering all day, and really celebrating that with the launch of Giving Back, which I think, when you look at Fall Guys, Alana, I mean, in my opinion, as we get ready to talk to the winners, get a little interview here and ask their opinions, to me, Fall Guys and games like this have given back to gamers and the YouTube community, the streaming community, in a way that we didn't expect. They gave us something to just like kind of relax and have fun with, and still game. And I feel like there's so many high tensions of people getting, you know, I guess a little frustrated and salty and kind of worn out of these hardcore games that really take a toll on your mental, and especially with so much going on in the world. It's been great to see a game like Fall Guys take the world by storm that's just a little bit more light. It's got levity to it. It's got fun. It's like, who cares? Let's try again. I think it's just been a really good service that they've done for the gaming industry and for gamers throughout these last few months.
Yeah, love to see it. It's been awesome to watch people improve as well. Obviously, like you said earlier, Courage, a lot of the cases in real time, but breaking, everyone, we have the final scoreboard ready to show you. We are revealing our winners. We have Typical Avery with the win of a score of 29-13 for Typical Gamer and 16 for Avery. Girthquake just behind at 24. It was so close, just such an unfortunate second round with Courage at 11. And basically, I do work at 13. Crazy to see Courage with the least points there after getting all those crowns. So those are our final scores. That is just amazing. So much more competitive than I ever expected. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff and just incredible, I think, just consistency amongst the teammates. But it was also just fun to see that early round where it got shifted on its head. I think it made for an interesting finals. And then remember, there's so many other creators who participated, and there's so many rounds that we've covered today in these 2 hours. It feels like we've had a full day of action, but it's literally only been 2 hours here. So what an amazing tournament. What an amazing opportunity. And just congratulations to Typical Gamer and Avery for winning the YouTube Gaming Fall Guys Season 2 celebration. They are your $100,000 champions. We're donating that money to UNICEF on their behalf, and they'll be earning some incredible memorabilia, real-life Fall Guys crowns sent to them that they'll be unboxing and showcasing you guys, I'm sure, the second that they arrive.
Yeah, absolutely awesome. These guys especially, like, were the ones that when we were watching, we were seeing them really communicate as a team more than everyone else. A lot of gamer faces going on. They were being very serious. They were talking to each other about their strategies, about what they were doing in the rounds. They were asking each other for advice, seemed to be terrified of letting each other down. So definitely teamwork, I really think, pulled them through, and that is an incredible win for those guys. Like, that is so awesome, especially to have, won the first of these that we've had here on YouTube Gaming. Goes down in history. You've done it. That's on your record forever.
We did it.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money too. That's a lot of money, and for a great cause. And I think, when you look at what YouTube Gaming is doing, man, I want to do more of these. I want to see more of these. I think Fall Guys is great in the competitive aspect. I think, there's just a lot of value to showcasing these games over and over again, but also doing it for a reason that everyone can get galvanized to come out and support, which is obviously charity, giving back to, their gaming communities and to the communities of the world. And especially when we all, as YouTubers, you're a YouTuber yourself, as am I, we get so much from our community. So it's just amazing to take part in something that gives back as well, Alana.
Absolutely. Couldn't be feeling better across the board here. Seems like everyone in the chat is being really supportive as well, saying good job, Typical Gamer, and everyone else who's participating. Sometimes people can get salty with the heated competition, things being that close, but it seems like we're getting a lot of positivity in here and trying to see if we can get an interview with our winners. Not positive, but we're trying to bring them in. Hopefully we can get some real-time reactions from them for how they played that. And, they were pretty consistently winning from the jump. They were our standout team. It's not shocking that they end up getting in. So it looks like they're ready to join us now. Are you guys there? Hello. Oh my God, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Is TG here? Where'd he go?
He's trying to join by the way things look. Congrats, you guys. How are you feeling? I guess first question is, did you expect to win? Did you expect this?
I mean, I don't want to speak for Avery, but I think we both came into this competition really thinking that we had a good chance at taking this over, getting that #1 spot and grabbing a few crowns along the way. I don't think we either could have expected how well it went for us. And, taking the whole initial bracket, first place felt really good. And we felt that we had a good chance versus Marcel and Courage, but they were both very competitive opponents.
They were very good. And we got into each other's lobbies earlier, like before the final by accident. So, and Courage won, kind of threw us off a little bit. But that was exciting. That was very exciting.
I don't know if you saw, he got 3 crowns in a row. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. We were nervous.
Specifically. Yeah, as we were watching you two of all the teams seemed to be communicating in a really specific way, where you were very much like talking to each other about what you were doing, about what plays you wanted to make. Had you practiced a ton leading up to this?
We've known each other for 3 years.
Yeah, we're
now.
actually third cousins. So.
Yeah, twice.
Wait, you're related?
No. Just like we're brothers.
No, yeah. We've played many games together over the last few years. So and all different types. So our synergy is just really good. And we were just like, let's do the tournament together. And it went really well. I don't really know what else to say. It just did really good.
I want to know, guys, Rain Day here. I just want to know, congrats on the win. I know you guys are feeling good, but it's not just a win. You guys all compete in a lot of different things, but it's for UNICEF and 100 grand to UNICEF. Obviously, that's a big impact on a lot of people's lives outside of your own. So, just what does it feel? Any few words about not only being able to win, but doing something like that in a time where the world is in need of some love. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's great. I absolutely love it, and I mean that's a big part of I think why we played in the tournament as well, because even if we lost, it was going to a really great cause. So I'm happy we did win, but the fact is that the tournament is just it was just towards a great cause, and I think that's a really great thing.
Yeah, I love the tournament charity aspects of everything. These are the only tournaments I tend to do well in, so I'm happy. I'm literally happy about that. But being able to honestly be in the position that we're in and raise money for people, or be able to have a prize pool where you can go to give it to charity is amazing. And I've only been a part of a few of these events, and I honestly love it.
Yeah, I mean, great work. But I want the drama. Were you guys terrified of Courage? He's done well, right? He's done well on streams. You knew you'd be against him. How did that feel?
So I think we've both known Jack for a while. He's a really good guy. So is Marcel. Basically, I do work. And I'm going to be honest. Me and Avery strategized before that match, and we identified Courage to be the kind of the stronger one in that relationship there. So we were saying that if push came to shove, we may have to take him out.
May have to push or shove Courage.
Yes.
We might have to take him out.
Thank God the gate crash pushed him, because when we found out that he went out early on the second round in the final, we were like, all right, this is it. This is where we can't mess up. And we just got super lucky with the rest of the maps, because Fruit Shoot was definitely not our.
No.
Yeah.
Like the first round, it hit Fruit Shoot, and I got knocked out 3 times in a row. Like I just couldn't even get on the conveyor belt. So it was a little bit crazy.
I think the quote from you there was, "Man, I hate Fruit Shoot." I feel like that's exactly what you were saying, like over and over again. You're like, it's the random. Most. It comes at you.
It's so random. Like the rest kind of feel like there's some skill based involved, but like Fruit Shoot feels like some dude's got his fruit basket, turns it over, and that's it.
Right. The amount of sprayers I got to the face.
For that.
Yeah. But I think me and Avery were both super happy when that last map came up, because me and Avery have not failed at it at all. So it was night climb or something.
It's wall guys. Wall guys is a new one.
Oh, you're right.
I got super lucky with how the things were placed. I watched one guy jump over everything, so I just followed him, and I got first. And typical gamer just ran up, and I think he got 7th qualified. And
it was scary.
We were like, yeah, it was horrifying.
Avery was looking super athletic, I gotta say.
He was on the heights, man. Have you guys, I guess speaking of it, Fall Guys Season 2, have you guys got any good words about new maps? I know obviously Wall Guys is something that works well for you, but you've been feeling the new season. Any words on that, what you like, takeaways from it?
I'm loving that. So I played a lot in the beginning when it first came out. I had like 78 wins, and then after beating the battle pass, I was like, all right, it's a little bland. But then Season 2 came out, and I realized that I don't know when these updates came in, but all the maps change. Like they're never the same exact thing. So you can't do the same route every time. It's always a unique, like one time I got to Fall Mountain and the hammer was up on the top, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember this being here. And I got smacked in the face and I lost. I was like, this is great. I love it.
Yeah, you don't have that memory anymore for the things that you strategized before. That's really got to like screw up your play.
Well, even on the door crasher one, the one that Courage got out on, like the doors now follow different patterns, which seemingly every other game. So it's like I was waiting at the door and it never opened again. So it's like, what's going on here?
Wait, what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was like, that's the only thing I know to rely on there. What's the
Yep.
Yeah.
They made it harder. Oh gosh.
You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and post-game interview. Congratulations yet again on the win, 100K to UNICEF. winners in the tournament with some big names in there, you know, some big competition. So typical gamer Avery, congrats again, guys. Thanks for hanging with us today.
Appreciate it. Thank you for hosting this.
I love this guy. Love that guy.
Wait, you're down here for me. You're done. I love all of them. I love everyone. Everyone's good. We all love each other at this point. I don't know.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. That's life in 2020. Just figuring out where people are on cameras.
Which Zoom box there, right? Alana, we're going to wrap it up. I mean, I want to give a huge thanks to all of our competitors, to obviously the entire Fall Guys development team for putting out a great season in Season 2. Go play it. And of course, everyone behind the scenes from production and the YouTube gaming team who have been so great, putting creators in charge of this, in this, around this, and really supporting their community in a way that I'm not sure any other gaming ecosystem does quite as well. So a big shout out to all of you guys there. Alana, it's been amazing hanging out with you. Any final words or shout outs you want to give before we wrap this thing up?
Just an awesome vibe from all of our teams today. A lot of really cool creators who you should absolutely check out. People you haven't seen before, go give them support. They're obviously, you know, people here trying to raise money for charity, which, you know, we kind of want to support those people in our community, get more of those vibes. It was so much fun to watch, so much fun hanging out with you. And thank you to everyone who tuned in live. What an awesome tournament. Had us pretty much on the edge of our seats there. Didn't know what was going to happen in those final rounds, but it seems like those two winners are stoked about it. Really good spirits. So that is just awesome to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alana, big thanks to you for sticking with me for the 2 hours. It's been fun. Hope we get to do it sometime again in some form or fashion. Good luck. And all the things you're doing, all the 80 podcasts and the 30 things.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
500K as well. So go follow her.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm sure you'll see us around. We got a lot more great things coming, a lot more Fall Guys in Season 2 action. And of course, that's going to do it with Typical Gamer and Avery taking over your 100K prize pool in this Fall Guys Season 2 celebration. That's going to do it for me, Rain Day Gaming, Alana Pierce, everyone at production and YouTube Gaming. Thanks so much for being a part of it. We hope you never give up, never stop gaming. We'll see you all next time.